Holy shiz. Bah. That was a journey. That was a journey, but we're here. Oh my god. I think I lost the. Nope, I found it. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 251. Hooray! We're over a quarter century. Wait. What's 1,000 years?
Millennium?
I thought millennium was multiple millenniums. I don't know.
I don't know. Decade is 10.
Decade, century.
Century is 100.
Milli would be 1,000. So yeah, millennium. All right. We're almost to 1,000. We're a quarter of the way there. How is everybody today? I hope you're doing well. I'm losing my goddamn mind. But here we are. We're doing stuff. We're setting things up. Hold on a second. I might have somebody joining us today. We'll find out.
Hello.
No, I don't. Mr. Jonas, that was weirdly timed. Hello, hello. How are you today?
I'm doing well. You know what?
Yeah, it has. Welcome, welcome.
Stream hype. Stable this time? I hope. Yeah, let me know if the stream explodes again. I don't know what it did. Jonas, how are you today? How are you doing?
I'm doing nice, as it's below 20 Celsius now, and I'm not dying of overheating.
Let's see, that's like what, a quarter of boiling water, so we're looking at 50 degrees? 50-something degrees, I think.
Right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do the math in my head. 20
he's trying
Celsius
to convert
is...
Celsius to Fahrenheit.
I have no idea. Let's see, 62.
62? Not bad. My math is not terrible. All right, what was I doing? I was doing something. We were starting the stream, which, hello everyone, for those of you joining us. It is Wednesday. It is the viewer suggestion. If you have a suggestion, please let us know in the chat. Otherwise, there's a community post link where I have collected all of the things. We're going to roll some dice. We're going to see some stuff. Time to peer pressure Rook into being great. I thought I did. I was wrong. I don't have a guest. So,
okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Well, I mean, we've got Jonas.
We do have Jonas. That's why I said it was strangely timed. But it worked out.
Yeah, it was kind of like, huh.
Corvus would like to know how you're doing, Jonas.
I am doing, okay. Did you clean up the server?
I did. We revamped the Discord server a little bit so that it's not quite so messy. You also, maybe, did you click on your roles so you have your roles now? I guess you are if you are in the recording, but...
well, I don't have that. Let's see.
Yes, we've added the Kobold tab for people who are not Patreon members. If you go to announcements or the welcome roles in the Discord, you can select those roles and get access to... I remembered what I was doing. I was turning music on.
What roles can I take?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Apparently, I'm not eligible for any of those roles.
You have to accept the terms of the Discord first.
What the... No. Wait, decline. Okay, there we go.
Which is essentially just don't be a dick.
Well, that's going to be hard for me to do, as you know. What are these?
Okay. There we go. We got some music. Mr. Sai, hello, hello. Ashley Brown, thank you for pinging the Discord. People are welcome to join the Discord if they like. We're gonna be drawing today. Let's do some stuff. I have a list here that we have collected over the last few days, and by that I mean yesterday. Oh, now it's connecting. Come on. There you go. There you go. We do have a new video out. Go check out the shifted video if you haven't checked out the shifted video. That's not how conversations work. Wait, what?
I was supposed to say something, but I forgot.
I'm sorry. I'm so like thrashed today just from the mental gymnastics of trying to make YouTube function. Yeah, we're going to draw some stuff today. I'm going to draw a rugby to warm up and get my brain in the right headspace.
I'll take over you. No worries.
That's totally fine. You are being projected to the YouTube, I hope. No, you're not. Yes, you are. Why do I have 2 desktop audios?
So you can listen to music and stream at the same time?
I mean, that's not how OBS works, but I wish it was. I need to install the cables again. Digital cables. All right, let's go.
Yeah, overall, we're doing okay. Heat wave's over.
Heat wave's over. That's good.
Heatwave's just beginning for me. It's lovely. It's finally warm enough I can wear my preferred amount of clothing.
Let me convert this to like 90 degrees Fahrenheit is a bit too much for me.
Yeah, it's 70 here and like overcast. I just have a fan and a window open. It's pretty nice. I can deal with that. 70 with a cool breeze is about my limit. I'm a very 60s, 50 to 60s kind of guy.
I'm a very 90 to 110 kind of guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Which would be around plus or minus, no, well...
50C,
it would be
52?
about... Yeah. No, that's way too high in Celsius.
That's like 35, maybe close to 40.
Yeah.
But it's
around 30 Celsius is good for me. Hey, Corvus.
It's minus 30 and then divided by... Oh, did I divide it wrong? Hold on. God damn it.
My comfortable temperature is it's literally half of that.
I'm an old man. I should know how Celsius works. I'm an old man and a scientist.
Are you?
Celsius conversion.
Anyways, how have you guys been? It has been a while since I last spoke to all of you.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know if you saw, but I started a second edition Pathfinder campaign.
How's it been going? I unfortunately don't have the time or possibility of putting it in my schedule probably.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. The table's full. I don't think I can manage GMing for that many more people.
I did the math backwards. I added first. There are 14 comments, but like 5 of them are Brian and I memeing at each other. I'm aware, Bionic. I had to go through and collate them all, and I was really confused because I was like, "Where the fuck are the rest of these comments?" I'm missing a bunch, but I found them. I did find them, so we're good. Yeah, Drew. The game's fun. Pathfinder 2 is interesting. To be clear, I hear Jonas. Yes, that. I hope.
That is intentional, I believe.
Okay, good. I'm gonna try. The thing I would like to try from like moving forward is to get 1 or 2 people in the recording while we do these streams, and then really just focus on talking to them. I think more than 2 is just too many. So, yeah. And we'll be a little fluid because there are some people that have permissions that I don't want to just be like, you can't talk today. But at the same time, like I think if we have more than 2 people, we should try to work on making that just 2 people.
Yeah, agreed.
And that way I can start stealing Druid into actually becoming a co-host of a podcast. But we'll talk about that later. Multiply by 2 and then add 30. So, okay. Because you said it was what? 30?
17.
It's 17 degrees
there
now?
Right now it's 17.
Okay.
But
34, 64. Yeah, that's about where it is right here for us too. So, nice. Celsius. So then if we're going from Fahrenheit, that means we have to subtract 30 first, and that's what I did backwards. So if it's 90 degrees for Druid, that's 60 degrees, so that'd be 30 Celsius. You're right. Okay. Nice. All right. I know how Celsius works. My brain is happy. Onto the dumb rugby. No brains.
No pressure to Jonas, but are you gonna join us for drawing, or you just want to hang out?
Drawing? Sure, I could. I'd draw a bit. I don't know if I can even draw anymore.
I mean, I guarantee you can. You might just be out of practice.
Where's the link for this thing?
Should be in the general chat.
General chat.
Yes, there's a link in the Discord if people would like to draw with us. It is the community day. And my energy levels are 0.
I was feeling really drained when I woke up, and then I took like an extra long shower, and now I feel much better.
How do goblins measure heat? I assume they just like do that thing where you stick your finger in your mouth and then like hold it up to the sky, and then, you know, are they on fire? Yes or no? That's how they test for heat. I feel like they have two measurements. They have on fire and not on fire.
Which, you know, is kind of a nice system because it's really, really easy to tell just at a glance.
Mm-hmm. And if you're cold, you just light yourself on fire and problem
Yeah.
solved.
Yeah.
Maybe there's on fire, next to fire, and no fire. I could give them one more degree of certainty. I could be persuaded to do that. I feel like I've lost my mind this morning. I'm sorry, Jonas. I'm sorry this is what you've come back to.
I am mildly confused, of course, but you know what else? What is there to do about that? Of course,
Right.
you know, life is confusing. I miss a lot of things, and I'm like, wow. It's been like, when was I last year? Actually, that's a good question.
It was a few viewer suggestions ago, so
Yeah.
a couple weeks.
Don't think it's been that much longer than maybe a month. But before that, it had been a couple of months since we saw you.
Oh, I got your package back finally.
6 months later.
Technically, I got it back 5 months later.
Oh my
And
god.
I went to the post office, and the lady yelled at me for not checking my mail soon enough. And I was like,
What?
"Lady, I've been waiting for this forever." Like,
I've been waiting for it forever.
she's like, "Why didn't you check last month?" It's like, I checked last month. It wasn't here. Like, so I waited a month and came back. Like, what? I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah. So I will, if you want, I will mail back probably just the stickers.
I guess I'm not getting the mask. Oh well. I thought it was stolen, honestly.
I mean, the thing on the side of the package says return, reason for return, and it just, someone wrote unknown on it. And sent it back.
Cool. So I
Yeah.
paid for the fucking toy twice.
I
And it was just-
also, yeah, I paid for the customs thing, and they just, like, decided, fuck it. So that's
Wow.
cool.
Both of us lost money on that. Cool.
We have a
I'll
story.
just take the stickers.
I'll nail you the stickers out here in a bit.
That's not even necessary, honestly. You don't wanna. Sounds like too much hassle, honestly.
Oh no, I mean, your post office system sucks, and I just vindictively want to mail stuff to them now. I found a great TikTok this morning. I need to send to people. Hold on, let me get this.
What did I draw? I don't know what to draw.
I need to not be on TikTok ever.
I mean, it's warm-up time. Sexy Kobold or...
Sexy Cold. I can't draw Sexy Cold. It's my stream to my knowledge. But
There we go.
I guess I could.
Da, 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 da.
I'm just trying to give you something in your wheelhouse.
What have you been drawing lately, Jonas?
That's a good question. Let me check my doodles. I have a folder for this.
I forgot to draw in my my daily sketchbook, so that's trauma, but it's all right. I come to
Or
terms
like
with it.
anything.
Yeah, I got today 1640, and I was like, hell yeah! And then 2 days later, I was like, oh fuck. So, 1640 is my new record to beat. It's gonna
That's a bit
take me.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna take me 3.5 years to try to beat it.
Why did you forget suddenly?
I was really busy. And
Ah.
I was just running around all day. We had D&D in the morning, and then I had people come into town, and then I was running around trying to get some stuff set up online. It was a super hectic day, and I stayed up until like 12:30 anyways. So I'd kind of already missed it, and I was like, time to go to bed. And I was going to grab my book, and then I didn't for some reason. and then I actually just fell asleep, which was amazing because normally I have a really hard time getting to sleep. And I woke up the next morning and I was like, man, that was great. I actually slept for once. I'm very happy. And then I realized I didn't draw. I was like, shit. So, it was fun. Goblins use Kelvin. Why would goblins use Kelvin? I mean, I guess they could be... I mean, I guess, should goblins even use Fahrenheit? That's an interesting question. Like,
I don't think they would use any measurement systems to measure.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think fire, yes, no, is a great goblin. Because it's the same way they determine if something is, you know, drinkable. Is wet? Yes, no. Go ahead and drink it.
Or maybe they don't use Kelvin, maybe they use Kevin, and Kevin is the arbitrator of on fire, next to fire, or not on fire.
Kevin is just constantly on fire just to be, just as a litmus test.
I think they go by feel, as you've said before.
Yep. I think that's the best way. How did I forget about Kelvin? Goblins use Kelvin because big numbers, 90 Fahrenheit, is like 305 Kelvin. But if you, I mean, I would argue the other way around. If you use the fire scale, it's like, it's 0 to 1. Like, there's only lots of little numbers.
Maybe. Huh. Okay. That's what happened. Okay. Mildly confused what the fuck did I do with my brush? Why is it not working? It's like, oh, it's an eraser now.
I made the screen massive. Am I drawing really tiny? Oh my god, I am drawing really tiny. I thought you guys were just not drawing yet because I was so zoomed in. Well, everybody gets a tiny rugby today, apparently. So enjoy the tiny rugby.
About it, so.
I always draw really zoomed in, so I never know. I never know what anybody else is doing unless I zoom out.
That being said, no one on the internet also saw that because it started that way. So I'm sorry. Hold on. I want you guys to see. Boop, 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 boop. Unlock. Thank you. Okay. Right click, interact, and zoom out. Whoops!
Whoa.
Wrong button, hold on. God damn it.
I don't know, Cleo, what you suggested to me drew. It was the last thing that I drew.
Wait, say that again?
Ironically, the thing you suggested to me to draw was the last thing I drew, apparently.
Oh, cool.
Technical difficulties are happening, hold on.
I am witnessing them on my second screen. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Same.
Edit. I need the thing back. Copy drawing link. Today has been just a shit show. So.
Because my mind is wandering like weird.
Yes.
The thing's postal system sucks ass. I don't know. It's never done anything right in my experience.
When we were trying to figure out what was going on, I looked up like what's going on over there. Apparently they fired their postmaster general right around Christmas. So
they've been having troubles for a while now because the employees aren't happy, the people aren't happy, no one's happy. It very much surprises me, but as much as we whine about American postal service and how corrupt it is at the top presently, we are still one of the better postal services in the world. I don't know how good that is actually, but you know.
I mean, we can't hold a candle to the Queen's postal service, but in England, but.
I mean, the amount of times I've gone to things like agreed meetings.
here we go.
And I get that thing done. I come back home. A week later, I get a mail about the upcoming meeting that's supposed to be. I was supposed to receive these mails like weeks before any of those events happened, and I always received them weeks later. And I'm like, because I was like thank God people send me text messages that I'm supposed to go somewhere, even though I might show up by like, what the fuck am I doing here? What the fuck? What's going on here? But you know, it's not the best. I don't know why it's so scuffed, but it is. I don't know.
Socialism, man. I kind of love it.
I don't know who's the socialist here.
Our post.
Compared to our country, you are.
That's surprising. I really hate socialists here.
I think the best argument I keep hearing about, like, I mean, so the post office is a service. It's a
Yes.
It's a socialist service. We all pay into it, and because of that, we get mail. And so
Yes.
that's why it was so funny.
Not designed to make money.
Exactly, yeah. That was a big thing. They're like, oh, the post office is just hemorrhaging money. It's like, it's not hemorrhaging money. We're using it. That's how it fucking works. Like, people are sending mail again because they need to mail shit to each other and don't want to visit. Get your shit together, America. Get your shit together. I'm pretty happy with this. This rugby very much is how much I feel right now. The whole thing. Did I miss the stream? No, you did and you didn't. There was a stream earlier that exploded. So you may have gotten 2 notifications. Yeah, sorry,
I was
James.
like in my bed on my phone, and it's like 2 notifications cover my short videos, and I'm like, what is this? Who's interrupting my lying down shorts? Goddamn things like, oh, Rook streaming, and I'm awake. Holy shit!
Oh, wow. I wanted to start the stream at 9 o'clock this morning. I was like, I'm gonna fucking do it, and then just one thing led to another, and it was like, oh, blah, blah. So here we are.
And then 3 hours later.
3 hours later. Yeah.
Here I am drawing.
Welcome back, Fry. How are you today? I keep interrupting Jonas. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
Pretty typical, actually.
I mean, I'm so rare around these parts that I'm very interruptible. So it doesn't surprise me.
Alright, Puppet Rugby is done. I made this canvas way too big today, I think. It's got some navigation to it. It's kind of nice. Right, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the tip.
I'll still manage to use up a third of it. Or to half of it, I promise.
I mean, yes. That has already happened. That's okay. Alright, so I have with me a list. I have a large list. It's an okay list of things to draw today. We're going to go ahead and do that. I need to do my push-ups. Right tips, and I need to do my exercises again. Hold on a second. Don't look at me, Skip Cat. I told you I was going to do it.
But I heard mentions about podcasts. What's going on with that?
Sass on this cat.
Yeah, we have.
Nothing but sass.
I'm curious as well. He hasn't actually talked to me about it, but
Here we go.
apparently
Gotta do the stretch.
planning my future for me.
That's cool.
Oh, I forgot to twist it. I almost snapped myself in the face with a bungee. That was cool.
Nice.
Everything's fine.
Great way to lose an eye.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know why I'm doing 50. Oh, because 20. Because we got a tip. 1 for each $1. Here we go. Okay. I gotta make those arms stretch. Keep looking, Skip Cat. Don't hurt yourself. No, I need to be working out more, or I am gonna hurt myself. So, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for keeping me healthy. Thank you for paying the bills. Thank you. That's the only thing I can say. I need to watch that TikTok again.
You watch TikTok. What's wrong with you? No offense, but not even I watch it.
I'm watching TikTok stuff because it's the largest platform right now. You know, until the government turns it off.
That's what's gonna happen.
I have to play that game. You know, I gotta make stupid gnome videos and put it there. It's gonna be great. All right.
Who told you had to participate there?
Nobody. I did. I'm choosing to participate in something that I don't like because money.
Why are you torturing yourself like this?
I mean, the same reason I do push-ups, because it's good for me.
But I guess so.
All right, let's roll some dice here. Let's get some dice going here. So I have 11, so I'm gonna roll a d12, and on a d12, if I roll a 12, I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one. Whoops, 9. A skinny cannibal bear, bugbear, blood sorcerer, bugbear. So, if a bugbear is a cannibal, do they eat other bugbears or do they just eat people?
I think they eat other goblin knights.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think that's true.
In order for cannibal to be accurate, they would have to eat same species. And I believe canonically, goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears are all the same species, just different eugenics programs, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So says the hobgoblins, anyways. That is what the hobgoblins say. Whether we choose to believe them or not is up to us, I guess.
Well, I choose to believe them as they're the more intelligent of the race. Because history is written by the victors.
So at one point in time, it could be that the goblins were the prime force and they just got overthrown.
It was very possible. D&D is such a flexible game system that you can just come up with your own goddamn story if you want.
That's true.
I have some weird origins for a lot of races in my setting. I don't know, because I'm weird like that.
And then the dwarves came out of holes in the ground. They were put there by the elves. Oh!
I don't know if that's true.
That's not true.
I don't know.
No one talks about where the rocks came from, you know? That's all I'm saying. Hobgoblin propaganda.
It depends.
I mean, it's all very tame compared to the ancient Egyptian lore for how the universe, or for how the world was made.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry for laughing so loud.
I just assumed that it meant you know the story.
I kind of do. I just remembered some things about the Egyptian law. I was like, yes, true. I guess I'd do something for a warm up. Not sure what the.
Skirt, 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 skirt. So to clarify, I'm drawing at the top right. We have a druid
left.
on the far right. I said top right. I'm sorry, top left. Thank you, Jonas. Got Jonas down in the middle. Got druid on the right. Someone has joined us. Anonymous user 7099.
There's two.
That's got to be.
I want to say
Don't
it's
tell me.
Tixel, but I could be wrong.
I believe it's nomadic artist
Is it nomadic?
because I recognize the character.
Fair enough.
They've been hosting it.
Was I here when they were here?
I don't think so.
Are they new?
We've got a lot of new people recently, which is great.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Soon you shall find my replacement.
I thought I was your replacement.
Yeah.
You were you. How are you my replacement?
Well, I don't know.
What did
We're not
you
currently
do?
looking for replacements, so I mean, the position is filled.
Oh, well, that's cool then. Do you draw the? Are you the hips drawer now? Instead of me?
Oh,
I guess
no.
so, yeah. Jonas, why are you trying to replace yourself? What's going on here? Are you tendering your resignation to the Drawcast?
No? Why would I? I
don't
love being here.
Why? Stop trying to replace yourself then.
I don't have any other artist friends. I don't have many friends to begin with, but you know.
Oh my god, actually this is something that you might be able. So I got Sea of Thieves, which I assume you have played.
Not legally, but yes.
I'm not trying to like call you out or anything. Jonas, have you pirated said software? Like, no, don't answer that.
I have.
You don't live in the U.S. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yes, the Finnish people do not care if I pirated some shitty little game from, I don't know, whatever the fucking site I found it on.
Notch starts filing the extradition papers. Like, all right, I gotta get.
Fuck you, Notch. I paid for the least amount possible back in the day because I bought it early.
I have no idea how to play this game, and it's driving me bonkers. Vibe Chili, hello. What are we doing? We are drawing viewer-suggested sketches today.
Except me, I'm just drawing stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone's still warming up, so I think I'm drawing viewer-suggested things here. I'm drawing a skinny bugbear. I'm not sure how skinny I'm gonna make this tall boy.
There's been a recent surge of me playing bugbears in D&D.
Nice. You enjoying it?
Yes, mainly because they buffed them, but you know, they're really good now. You know, and I'm a fucking piece of shit min-maxer, and I love min-maxing.
I don't know if bugbears were ever bad. Like, they've always been good.
No, they weren't. It's just they're really good now. They get a lot.
Yeah.
Man, it's mainly because I love the newer assassination potential with marshals or even casters, because you know their surprise attack.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was if they get a surprise round or if they go first, they get to add 2d6 to every attack they make.
For that round, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that surprise round, you could just fucking nuke someone to oblivion.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you go first.
I
don't remember
almost killed Kevin the Necromancer with that once. I was like, oh god, this is a lot of damage. No, not me. Currently watching from the public, so I can't draw. I mean, even the bugbears are buff. They're pretty lanky, so it's pretty skinny. Yeah. I mean, I gotta draw a buff, skinny bugbear. Like,
They just think that they're like cats. They can fit into small spaces.
Mm-hmm. Got that squeeze. When we need someone to draw sexy monsters, we're basically all identical. You're all basically all. Uh-oh. Apparently, all of us draw the same sexy monster girls.
Do we?
I don't know. I think you've influenced me a lot.
Who said that?
Hashy Brown, I believe. I suggested a Minotaur if you're up for that. You just want anything class? Do you have a class for your Minotaur? I'll add it to the list.
I mean, I shall pride myself in as the influencer who made people draw monster girls. I don't know how people will take that, but that's what I do.
I mean, if you're a content creator on Twitch, you kind of are an influencer. I don't know if that's the same job.
You're right. God.
Yeah. Who's giving me shit about TikTok now?
Oh, fuck. You're right. I didn't think about that.
Congratulations.
I'm horrified. Mortified. Whatever shall I do now? Oh well, I guess I'll just accept it as a fact, a part of my life.
You should start calling random hotels and being like, I have 200 subscribers on Twitch.
I don't even have that. I think I currently have 2, because I've been streaming so long because my internet provider is a piece of shit.
That's rough.
Yeah. That's fine. At least it's not my job, so I did it mainly for fun, so I'm not losing anything.
Yeah.
Or not streaming.
Yeah.
Maybe friends, but that's about it.
I'm thinking about looking for a side job again. Let's see what happens.
Caused the change of heart. Last time I was here, you were like, nope.
I don't know. Last time you were here, I had like 15 commissions lined up, and now I have none. So, we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll get more. But I've finished my backlog, and now I'm going to be open for commissions again. And in the meantime, maybe I'll pick up some shifts somewhere.
What was the commission you were working on? Okay, yeah. Trying to remember.
Got some mini commissions lined up for the Patreon members. That's going to be fun. Make that money.
I have 200 cost subscribers, I think. Okay.
What job would you hope to get? I don't know yet. I mean, I'm not really looking for like a job. I'm just looking for more. I might open up the Fiverr again, which I don't want to do because fuck Fiverr. But I did find people. that wanted work on Fiverr. So like, I might do that. Just to start looking for more. I might just start posting more on some different social media pages and see what's happening. I haven't done anything for r/character drawing in a while, so maybe I'll do 1 or 2 of those and then see if I can get some commissions through them.
I like how at the beginning of the month I was like, maybe I should do commissions because it's like I'm not gonna get paid in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want extra money for food.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I want a little bit extra money. Like, I want to start saving up to try to, have a retirement. That'd be nice.
Oh god, Cor was shutting Rounder in Discord.
Rounder.
Oh,
We were-
been a while since I heard that.
Yeah, we were talking about Rounder the other day, about whether we
We
should
were?
put it on a shirt, or if we should make stickers, Rounder stickers.
Do people still use it?
I think we
Stick
use
to
it when we're
Rounder.
talking about you. So like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know.
It's just me.
It's a Jonas staple, right? Like,
I mean, considering I have a Rounder emote, which is was not accepted because it's a butt, but too sexual. I would post it here as an emote, but I don't have Nitro right now because I don't have Nitro.
I mean, you could send it to one of us if you want us to make a Rounder emote. Do people want a Rounder emote? Is that what they want in the Discord? I need to hear the Discord from this because YouTube, I don't know.
Want that emote though?
I mean,
It's on my Jonas Hip server. I believe you've seen it.
Oh, we should have cross server. Duh.
Let me just put it in.
Uber driver? I do not want to be an Uber driver, and I have a very small truck, so that would be bad.
Let me just put it in my. I don't know if people even are in my thing.
And Kamal, yes, commissions are open. If you'd like to get a commission, you can contact me on the Discord.
Yeah, that's the emote. Thank you, thanks, Silks.
You can just send me. that is a butt. That is a butt. Does it jiggle or anything? Oh, we gotta make that. We gotta make that rounder.
If you want to animate that,
Boing.
go ahead, I guess.
We gotta make it actually rounder, or it's just a butt. That's the problem.
Just-
Twitch was like, that needs to be animated or something. So right now it's just a butt.
I don't do animation. These must be killing me.
Animation.
I'm ready.
You ready?
for a prompt? Yeah.
All right.
4.
A Luxodon minor barbarian, shirtless with 2. I don't know if we should allow the shirtless as a disclaimer for this. 2-handed pickaxe or sledgehammer, please and thank you. Like, shirtless is not a class.
I mean,
So I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
Luxodon minor. Minor's not a class, but I'm gonna let you have the wheel at that point.
Minor or minor?
minor,
Minor with pick.
Why can't I tell the difference when you guys say it?
as in Minecraft.
Okay. I don't. Maybe my
Oh,
ears are wrong.
minor? Yeah, no. I gotcha.
I was like,
Minor.
I see.
It is
Minor
the
or
same
minor?
word. Yeah, English is stupid.
You say it very similarly, so I can't tell the difference.
I'm playing a shirtless man right now.
I mean, I am shirtless as well.
There you
Same.
go. There you go.
My subclass is shirtless Finnish man.
It can be maybe that
Summer.
can be one of the heritages that they add. Shirtless, just bonuses to
give you-
charisma.
You-
I say as I'm drawing a very shirtless barbarian right now. The hips that just go all the way down. Banned from YouTube.
Well, I don't think you would get banned for that considering I already drew that, but hey, How? If you haven't gotten banned before from me being here, so
That's
I think
true.
you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna try really hard to take my time today and do some like cool detail work. So I'm not in a hurry to do a bunch of these, but I definitely want to do some fun stuff. So, bonus to confidence. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I'd just like to add that there is a tab on Discord where artists as well if you're looking for various artists and commissions. That is very true. Yep, we have a hashtag commission artists up at the top. It has anybody, if you are a commission artist as well and you want to post your resume or your prices there, you're very welcome to. And if you want to contact those people, feel free. I think it's absolutely good to do that because I want the commission tab to not just be my promotion, but I want it to be a place where people can find great artists and artists can find some work because that's important.
Maybe I should start a Patreon.
You could. You definitely could.
Start posting random shit out there. And I'm like, yeah, you can give me $1.
Just remember, if you get too sexy, they shut off you from the search, and you have to promote yourself. So, the thing I'm learning about being an entrepreneur artist is
search on Patreon.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I would say like 20% of the effort I go through these days is just advertising, like trying to get my name and my artwork somewhere. So.
I mean, that sounds about right for modern day stuff.
Yeah. Which is why I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, I guess if you like shout your thing at like 2,000 people and you get like 10% of those, that's still a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But what do I know about advertisement? I never advertise anything, almost ever.
Gotta let your artwork for... Wow. I can't even talk. I'm good. Doesn't matter.
Would you like to repeat that, sir?
I was gonna say, yeah, let me do it again. Your artwork speaks for itself. That's what I was trying to say.
I mean, it speaks enough that people remember me when I... for just... Whenever they remember me, they just say Router. That's all they need.
Yeah.
That's why I have 2 Twitter accounts. One is Shadowban for being too sexy. Cool.
I think the Router thing is just Corvus harassing you constantly. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Yep, that is the Burning's got it right. Like, the shadow band is real. You got to be careful about that stuff. Which is why my Patreon page is all safe for work stuff, but there is like not safe for work sketches and stuff in the Discord.
I'm just gonna accept the shadow ban. Just advertise it in Discord.
You said you're practicing your detail work. What are you actually focusing on, if anything? I really want to work on my line work again. Partially because I saw some really cool stuff, and I found some of my old work, and I was like, oh man, I really love the way I did this. So I'm going to try to start focusing on texture and line weighting. So like these lines, even though they are muscles, they should be pretty furry. So I'm going to try to get them to have a little bit more detail, a little more texture in them, and really just kind of go with there. So I really do enjoy sketching over painting, and I think people like my painting work, but I really do like sketching, so I'm going to try to spend a little more time just getting my sketches back to where I like them and go from there.
It's a good goal. Drawing stuff you like is a good idea.
Yeah.
That's my secret.
Your secret is you like everything you draw?
Almost everything. That's my secret. That's why I keep drawing. So I like it. And then I was like, well, I guess Jonas just likes Router. I'm like, yes. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's how it is.
My daily sketches got a lot more fun when I started drawing things that like I knew I wasn't going to share with people. It's just like, man, I'll draw the fuck I want. And then I started sharing with people anyway, so it doesn't matter. Please do not feed the algorithm thing before you click. Does the shirtless class get a benefit, or you also are shoeless? Interesting. So, like, kind of reverse armor classes or armor sets. And so you become the nudist druid, and you get bonuses to aloneness and people not talking to you. No offense, druid. That wasn't. I just imagine a really dirty, naked man in the forest, and people being like, "Let's not go over there."
You mean I hate
sounds like the life I wish I could lead. So, no offense taken.
Hi to the person drawing the Oni thing. Chicken Nugget says, "How is everyone? We're doing well. We're doing pretty well." I guess I shouldn't speak for everybody else, but
Yeah, I'm doing well.
I'm gonna move my stuff over a little bit.
I'm doing as well. Doing well as well. Jeez. Ah.
Right? Something on the internet today is just making brain no good.
Mm-hmm. I slept the entire day. So I've been sick constantly.
That's not
It's
good.
annoying. I can't be sick in the winter. No, I have to be sick during the summer.
Dude, summer colds are fucking awful.
Yes. I also have allergies, so it's even worse.
Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. I've started this program where I don't mow my yard,
Understandable.
which sounds lazy, but I'm doing it on purpose. So I've mowed paths in the jungle that is my backyard, and now it's gotten to the point where the grass is all like, we're done, and it's fallen over and seeded, and I'm like, yes, okay, grass seed, that's what I want, cool. But now I just have a shit ton of jungle that I have to cut down, and it's like, oh no, it's gonna make my allergies just murder me for a week. So I'm not mowing my yard out of laziness because I don't want to. Is it shirtless day? I think so, Bionic. I think it is shirtless day. Anybody that's jumping into the chat right now, I would say this isn't what we normally draw, but it kind of is.
Well,
This is pretty standard.
for me, it's
Like-
normal.
Pretty
For me, it's normal. Yeah. I have been trying to get better at drawing clothes and like expand my repertoire, make like outfits and adventure gear more complicated and more realistic. But I mean, you guys know I bitch about having to draw it every single time, right? I would prefer to not have to draw clothes.
Same.
I
That's
finished.
why it's so difficult to make a human character in D&D when you want to draw them.
That's very true. I mean, that is one of the reasons I drew monsters for so long, because like you have so much more freedom with anatomy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why do you play Dragon Ball on Blizzard for only? You don't need to draw clothes.
Yep.
You know how liberating that is.
Almost as liberating as not having to wear clothes.
Yes, actually, it's pretty close. Feeling of freedom. I understand why Americans like their freedom so much.
Sure, it's not in my fantasy. All shirts are cursed today. Everyone's just leaning into Mauritius. Sleeves are bullshit, a little too hard. Sleeves are bullshit! Rips off clothes. Like, wait a minute.
Jeez, don't rip off your clothes. Those are expensive. Depends on the clothes.
Okay, so this dude is a sorcerer, which means tattoos, because that's how I drew sorcerers.
I don't think I've ever played a sorcerer, have I?
Sorcerers are fun.
I don't know, I'm just like, why not play a wizard?
They're a lot of fun. I have a air genocity sorcerer that I really enjoy. I bitch a lot about the fact that I think that he should have gotten fly before level 18 as a class ability, but
Well, yeah. Wait. Oh, as a class ability?
as a class ability,
That's a level 5 spell, isn't it? Isn't
I know.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a cleric subclass that gets a flying ability at level 6.
Really, I didn't know
Yes.
that. Anyway, this
but-
yeah. He's a air genocity storm sorcerer specifically, and at level 18, he gets the ability to fly constantly.
Oh,
and
see,
he
that's
can
different.
Share, yeah, and yes, it is a little bit different, yes, but yeah. So I'm obviously took the fly spell, but yeah. So he gets the ability to fly as a constant ability, and he can share that ability with a number of people.
That's a little OP. I think level 18 is alright. I was going to say at level 5 or 8, I would start granting you, like, 1 levitation and then flight, like, numbers of times per day. Around level 8, I think is pretty good to start giving racial flight abilities. But, yeah, like, granting it to other people, that's pretty high level. That's pretty high level stuff. I played a sea sorcerer once, so that's cool. The drips is for members' eyes only. The drips. Oh no, I've got words I don't know of.
Clothes?
Is drips clothes?
I think drip meant like fancy clothing or just clothing.
I have heard
Fashion?
that before.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't talk to people who are younger than 18, except my brother.
I don't talk to people
I try.
younger than 23.
I try really hard to keep up with the lingo, but like
Except me.
the Gen Z lingo is rough. Like it's
Am I
rough.
the only
rough.
person below 23 who you talk to?
Probably.
Apparently many people would assume I'm so... People are like, you're so young? I'm like, what do you mean? I know I look like a 40-year-old, but it's fine.
I think part of it is how deep and resonant your voice is. You sound like a very mature man.
I am not mature. I am a child. I am a man-child. I'm petulant and a man-child.
The fact that you know the word petulant makes you not a child.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If you have the drip, it means you have swagger, especially in how you look. All right, so we've advanced swagger into being moist, and that's gross.
Fuck it. What the fuck is swagger again?
You know what swagger is? Blinged out, tricked.
Oh. So, okay. So I did remember it kind of correctly.
I just took you guys through 22 years of lingo, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
And is
Yeah.
lingo still a word? Can people use lingo? That's a very 90s term.
I hope so. I know
90s
what
to
that means
2000.
at least. I don't know how the hell I know what that means, but I do. Why do I know old English?
Probably because, I mean,
Oh,
I
no.
assume English language in other countries is actually 10 years behind. But
That is kind of true, actually.
And that would make sense.
In schools, I was mainly taught British English, which
That also makes sense considering your proximity.
are you old
Yeah,
if you know
like-
what a posset is?
like armor, the EU.
I don't know what that is, so I assume that makes me older. Fairy gets fly at level 0, I think. Yeah, fairies do. Fairies, like creatures with a fly speed, are different than a racial trait
then-
gaining it, which is why I think level 5 is pretty good for like beginning that process. So like drow can start by casting levitation, and then eventually they get levitation at will. But that once again doesn't happen until like level 8, level 9.
I mean,
Yeah.
meditation is. I don't know, actually. I've never used the spell.
Kenku, I think, start at level 3. I think they get the ability to glide. And then around level 5, they can fly for a certain amount of time per day. I could be talking out my ass. I'm not actually sure about that.
I believe the fly spell is just a lot really good because it makes you hover instead of like normal fly.
Hovering is different, yeah, than normal flight.
Means if you are knocked prone in the air, you don't fall down instantly.
Posset is a sweet
Is it
drink often liked by 80-year-old British grandfathers. Okay.
Also kind of funny. Now that I think about it. Technically, the rules is written: if you cast a fly spell on you and you go prone in the air, people have disadvantage to hit you.
Interesting. Spear Forger, are we talking Pathfinder right now? Yeah, Kenku's for Pathfinder is what I was talking about. That's interesting, Jonas.
Yes.
Yeah, because like if you're prone, but you're in the air, how does that work?
Ranged attacks at disadvantage, so that's just weird.
But if you're prone in the air, no, I would disagree with that because being prone in the air, except in the situation where you are hovering, still means that you are out of control and falling. So,
Yes.
so I would
That's why
say,
hover is so good.
yeah, I would say with hovering you can't be knocked prone, but you can lose. Like, I would make you roll a flight check essentially to like stabilize yourself. That's all I would do with prone. I wouldn't actually give you like the prone advantage and disadvantages on that.
I think that's rules intent anyway. So
Correct. Yeah. You're getting me more and more interested in Pathfinder. Pathfinder's great. I love Pathfinder. I think it's
would like to
fantastic.
Pathfinder as well. If wasn't such a hassle to get into new systems.
Oh man, second edition is a hoot of a humdinger.
Yeah.
Like,
It
Elaborate.
is. It's
Druid and I spent 15 minutes trying to figure out the difference between grab, and grapple.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
So you
Please elaborate more.
have a grapple action that causes you to become grabbed. Then if you then on subsequent actions use the grapple action again, because you have 3 actions per turn, you can go from grappled to restrained. But
Okay.
if 2 people are grappled, both of them are grabbed, but only one is restrained. So, so it's a little. It makes sense. It makes sense. And the old system was very complicated, but this one's just like the nuances are bonkers.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to understand it in text. You
Yeah. Kind of have to talk it out.
Yeah, you have to talk it out, and you have to see it in action.
Goldtooth, King of the Kobolds, has invaded the chat. Give him 30 gold, and he'll not unleash the terrible things upon the chat, like a jar full of bees or slimes. I thought you were going to say like a Jar Jar, for some reason, because I've had Star Wars on the brain. But awesome, thank you for the $10. Let's do some more bungee cords. Skip Cat, I'm so sorry. I know you don't like the snappy snap. He's asleep. He doesn't give a shit. I spooked him, and he was like, I don't know. Fuck it. Not interested. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right in the head. 10. Nope, that one fell. I'm gonna do that one more time. Bungee cord's dangerous, people. Be safe. Don't snap yourself. All right, that feels really good though. Ooh, that feels good to stretch. I like it. Thank you, Goldtooth, for the $10. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for keeping me healthy. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it a lot. Speaking of grab. Speaking of grab, does Pathfinder have crab folk? Crab folk directly? I don't believe so.
No.
They do have. They do have the beast folk, which you could go for crab. They also have things like the Trox, which are a bug type race, and then they have. Oh, what the hell are they? There are crab demons, but not as a playable race.
Glabrazu?
Trying to remember what they're called. Bear?
Are they Glabrazu, or am I remembering wrong?
I'm not sure.
Is that the demons with the big claw hands that look like pig faces?
Wait, that's...
Say the word again. Oh, Rookzer0, I think I fixed the Arthas of Nathus. Nice. That's good. It was freaking out.
Glabrazu.
Yeah,
I believe there's also an Alphish Nay who have the pig face. I don't know, they might look different in Pathfinder. I know in 5e there's the 4-armed one, upper arms are the crab hands and whatever.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
I believe they're called Glabrazu. I don't know.
I'm going to click the button.
Glabrazu.
Glabrazu. Yeah, so they have pinchers as an attack. If the target is a medium or small creature, it just becomes grappled. So yeah, I really like.
True crab.
Yeah. Second edition Pathfinder does have a sentient spider race called Anandi. I believe they were with the Mwangi Expanse publication. They're pretty cool.
But yes, I do think I like Pathfinder has a lot of cool mechanics where you get hit by an attack you're grabbed.
Yeah,
and I really like that. It works really well for a lot of cool situations in combat where all of a sudden you're just like, oh, problem.
Is that more of a player option as well? Like attack hits grab.
So there are a few situations where you can do that. There's a handful of weapons that have a grapple ability on them. And so when you do, and that's the same thing with the way those like sundering weapons work. When you make a successful attack, you then can do that grapple, or the sunder or trip. And because of that, there are a handful of monster attacks, which is what I was talking about with that. So if you have a way to build into those, which I've allowed people to take feats to do those, and usually that requires like, I have a giant crab hand. It's like, cool, you get that when you attack, you can grapple with it. It does, however, when you do that, like that hand is then occupied. So unless you have constrict damage, which would be another feat, another option, you then can't use that limb except to maintain the grab.
Yeah, we were figuring this out because I had them fighting giant scorpions.
If you want a crab race or just a crab people, play Kenji. I don't know what the Kenji are. Where you can tame a crab and it will follow you to the ends of the wastelands. Is that like a beast Mastery race or something. That would be pretty cool. I hope they bring the Beastmaster back for Final Fantasy. I liked the Beastmaster. That was fun. I tamed a crab. Okay, Sorcerer, Bugbear. Let's get some hands in here. This is the thinnest Bugbear I think I've ever drawn.
These are the best hands I think I've drawn in stream.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. Good job.
Ooh,
Thanks.
I am impressed.
I hit
You
the
usually
handle
give me-
super hard yesterday.
Jonas, you usually have to end up giving me shit for like giving up on the hands after drawing everything else.
Do I?
Well, it's happened more than twice, so maybe not always, but often.
It's like, did you give up the hands? Or is that what you mean?
Yeah. Well, like you just make a comment of like it looks great. The hands are, or it looks like you gave up the hands, or didn't have time to do the hands. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Isn't it weird how
Give
your
me shit for
offhanded
before.
comments like will hurt people forever? It's like I don't remember
it's
saying
like-
that. It's like you did. Fucking asshole.
I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to remember who the fuck did I say that.
Now you don't even remember. Now that I've like spent months working on it just to impress you.
Wow, I'm impressed though. I'll admit it.
Those hands do look really good.
That's a pretty
Thanks.
good hand.
I have been trying to work on my hands, not just because Jonas hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it was always good, legitimate critique.
Sorry. Still.
Please don't apologize.
I don't want to be the critic, you know.
No,
I
it
always
was good, and I appreciated it.
trying to remember where the fuck did I say that? I guess I did. Let's just leave it like yeah, cool.
Remember Horse Dragon? How long did that stick
Yeah.
in your brain and I didn't remember what the fuck you were talking about?
Oh man, I still remember it. That was like at the beginning, a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
God,
We're on episode 251, by the way.
what's it? Episode 5 or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's been a long while. It's been a long while. My poor fetchling is sickened. Oh man, that was rough. Yeah. Corvus' character got sickened by a spell or by a trap
Yeah,
for like
Yes, by a
5 turns. Just shut off. Just like, no, you don't get to do anything. It's like, oh, what do we do here? It's the worst part was like I could have given you something to make you immune to poison, but you'd have to drink it. And it says specifically like you cannot drink things because you are throwing up essentially. And it's like, oh, dang it.
put anything in your mouth and you start to retch. Yeah.
It's like, oh man. I metagamed that a little hard. I really should have tried to give it to you, but I didn't want to like fuck the game up more. So that was definitely me metagaming. I felt like, oh, I'm just not gonna try it. I'm not gonna do it. My character would probably know that though. Like, oh, they're sick. I'm not gonna try to give them a potion.
Yeah. I also looked back over the rules afterwards, and I don't think we should have increased the sickened, or the number on the sickened condition when he failed subsequently. I think it should have just continued on as it was.
Oh well, why did you? Was there something that said it was supposed to get more difficult every turn?
Corvus suggested thought that that's how it would be, and like I had too many tabs open, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Like
I would do that on a failed, like a critical failure. I think
It
that
was
would
a critical failure.
Okay.
That we did that.
Then I think that's legit. I think that's. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, they were pretty bad rolls. So like, I thought it was an interesting encounter. I really thought it was nice that like a trap actually affected the fight. So
Yeah. I do need to remind you, like that trap is specifically included, so that you guys can pick it up. So the trap is still there.
Oh, okay. What do you throw a giant Hydra goose at them? It just honks them to death.
and then the players will give you respect for fear because they have a goose hydro. I guess so. Did someone not respect the GM? Like, what are we talking about? Did I miss something? We gotta read this. Do what I do and just throw a goose hydro. I mean, I've never had a problem with disrespect. Well, maybe I disrespected Lars a little bit when he does some DM. But
So you haven't had a problem with being disrespected, but you have disrespected.
yeah, the last person that like was just purposefully being a dick at my table, died. Like the
In
I was
real
like,
life or in game?
in game.
Okay.
They were just being trolls, and it's like, okay, it seems like you guys don't want to play anymore, so like, let's just wrap it up. Let's see what's going on. Everyone's kind of like, oh, and then that person was like, yeah, I burned down the building. It's like, cool, you do that. The guards come and they take you away, and you're gone. And everyone else is like, well, what do we do? It's like, what do you want to do? Like, I guess we run away from the city. It's like, that's fair. That's what we'll pick up next week. It's not, yeah. It's like if someone's just not there to have fun and they're just being disruptive, it's like, cool, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop the game. It's not worth ruining everybody's time.
Sounds
Yeah.
like me.
Skyrim. Skyrim rules. I steal everything. It's like, all right, cool. The
You
guards.
can do that as a rogue, but other classes I do not recommend.
Yeah.
And when you do, remember there are actual consequences because the DM can act as a normal person for the NPCs. They will remember this.
I still feel bad. Evil campaigns are really fun. I highly suggest playing an evil campaign once in a while, just so people kind of get the idea of what that can entail.
And the kind of consequences that come with it.
Yep. That gives people mad respect for DMs and choices if you do that. I murder! It's like, you murder, people see you murder, and now people know you are a murderer. What would you like to do? Oh, no.
You wish to spit on the royal guard's boots? Alright. Roll me a D100.
Yep.
What do you mean my actions have consequences? Well, Karen.
20
Well,
breath attacks. Rogue with evasion. Wait, what? If a player disrespects me, I just throw 20 ancient red dragons at them. See, that's ugh. Too much. Not
Yeah.
so much that, like, it's got to make sense.
Yeah, DM responding with rocks fall, everybody dies.
Not fun.
Is no, it's not fun for them, and it doesn't teach anybody a lesson,
Yeah,
right?
that very much fosters
fix the
the
problem.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't fix the problem. That
No.
fosters the DM versus players. It's like, oh, you're just gonna be a
Yeah.
dick. It's like, well,
So I firmly believe that the only reason you should ever do intentionally just say everybody dies because DM is done. The only time you should ever do that is when you are so done that you are never going to DM for anybody at your table ever again.
just go out a blaze of glory. The
Yeah.
world implodes. Erase your character sheets.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had like an instant death for a party. I've been a very slow, methodical, horrific monster of a killer, man. You know.
TPK the universe and rip up the module.
Yeah, so we should start a end of the world scenario. There we go.
See, Jonas, being a murder hobo isn't bad if the DM is aware that that's what's happening.
Oh yeah, bandit
And-
campaigns are neat.
Yeah, super fun. The problem comes when either players or DM starts to get really combative, and it becomes the table versus the DM. Everything the DM says becomes either a joke or something for the players to ignore or disrespect, right?
So I was out of town a few weeks back when we normally have my weekly, bi-weekly game night. And so Kevin the Necromancer was like, I can DM a one shot. That could be kind of fun. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Basically, like, you guys are in the middle of a mission, but you were resting, so just have it be like a side dream sequence thing. I don't care. Just have fun with it, whatever. And they started doing that, and Kevin the Necromancer recorded it for me so I could listen to it and see what they were doing. And something they did is he brought in Noir, like my main, I don't want to say villain, but he's basically the main antagonist at this point. And the whole time, what's that? Either way,
What did you say, Jonas?
Oh, what do you mean? He's a good guy. I like him.
I like Noir. I think he's great.
I also like him.
But yeah, Kevin the Necromancer just like ran with it, and I've learned that they don't like him that much because he was constantly just running around like I'm unhinged, woo! And it's like he made him seem silly and doofy and funny, and I was like, is that how you guys see Noir?
No,
Like, that's not good.
I don't think I see him like that.
But I also think that was just a response to Kevin, right? Like that was Kevin's response to my characters, right? And giving him shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Sure.
And I think that was really funny. It was really fun to see. It was a roast. They roasted me pretty good because they got control of the wheel for 1 week, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I don't remember Noir being like that. Maybe my memory has been misplaced.
Noir is the character who shows up every once in a while as kind of like the steward of the party
Yeah, essentially. Like that's
in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our patron.
Yeah, like in charge of you guys. Yeah.
Like that manager that shows up sometimes, but he's a
Yeah.
cool manager.
Manager is.
He's done nothing but lavish you with gifts and advice.
Yeah, that's true. Like, why do I dislike him? I do like him. He's been nice so far.
So Kevin the Necromancer's team, partially because I think it's just one, it's them, and two, like, because they have a little bit of that mentality of like, we have lots of history playing games, so it's always a pushback of Kevin just being like, well, this is your character, and I know how you play, so I don't trust this guy instantly, and it's like, that's fair. But yeah, they very much are pushing against the Ashfont Tower. They're just like, fuck this place, we're getting the hell out of here, and I'm like, all right, I mean, you're doing good.
My character's like, I like this place. I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah,
If I can.
I mean, that was kind of the
Yeah.
way I set up the Patreon game was very much meant to not have one option. Like people could have come into the game, which Jump Rope did this with one of her characters. For Guy, he's like, I'm a drow. I signed up. I'm here. I want to be here. I'm like, this is my job. And that was, I love that. I love that idea that you have different people like with different objectives having to work together throughout.
I got kidnapped here, and I love it here.
Yeah.
I love Stockholm.
Yeah, everybody else picked the wandering adventurer. Like, I showed up. It's like, okay, well, you're not gonna have a good time. Like, so I had a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with that campaign. I think I'm gonna try to get some more parties going for it, but it really depends on how I get everything else set up. Like, I was gonna try to get like a sticker package out this month, like that I could sell, and I'm struggling to do that. Like, find a way to really do it properly. But I do need to get that, and if those sell well and we can get t-shirts going and stuff, I might start trying to do the campaigns more. I would like to do another Ashfont like blue team soon, Jonas, since you're around.
Yeah, sure.
But I need to know times, because our times are kind of all over the place, and I don't want to force you to be up super late.
My entire month is free now.
Okay, my entire month is jam-packed and bonkers. So
Wow.
we might have to try to do like a Thursday in there somewhere. But this weekend is my last free weekend until I'm busy for
I say it like
2
my
months.
time. I have some days like during the week when I'm busy, but I don't. Thursday's fine.
It will make me feel like I'm cheating on my D&D. What? Oh, if you get D&D
What?
games going, I'd like to join. This time, no matter if it's Pathfinder, I'm actually sit down and real Pathfinder rules. I think I might not like it. If it is Pathfinder, I will actually sit down and read the Pathfinder rules, though I might not like it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty lax with how I run games. So, like, the other thing is this is a really low fantasy game, which I don't know if everybody's into that. So I think I need to sit down and I need to write up basically like, here's what the game will entail, what your options are, and if we have openings, we need to find filling spots for them, and then we can actually sit down and I might just start over from like level 1 to let people join in, and then blue team will just kind of keep going as their I think, what are you guys, level 6 right now? Level 5, level 6?
I
Like that. I think level discrepancy might be fun. So
Yeah.
it might be.
I
a
love
work
playing with the level discrepancy.
How's everybody doing?
So I don't know.
Like, I'm liking this bugbear, but I'm also just drawing a naked bugbear. Like, I'm not, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything terribly.
I don't know what I'm
unique.
drawing either. I mean, I need something.
You want a prompt? I guess I can give you a prompt.
What do I roll?
Roll me a d10.
All right, I have a D10 right here. 4.
A wereshark barbarian, dude holding a trident, or bare knuckles. All scars and angry teeth. A wereshark.
A heavily scarred wereshark, so shark humanoid.
Mhm.
A dude, okay.
You got
Possibly trident.
trident or knuckle dusters, yep.
Trident it is, I guess. We'll
There you
see.
go. So when you mean low magic, you pretty much mean that there's not going to be high-level wizards or clerics every town. There are no towns.
You're in a dungeon.
You're in a dungeon. It's a huge dungeon crawl. But there are like places of talking. But yeah, when I say low fantasy, I mean items are hard to come by. Magic items are hard to come by. Spells are hard to come by. It's going to be a lot of scrounging and earning rewards versus having gold. If you guys haven't listened to the first episode of the Blue Team and you want to, it's up on YouTube. All the audio files are up on Patreon as well, if people are interested in that. I think the first 3 episodes are up on YouTube, and those are like cleaned up and edited for audio because the first episode of the audio got lost and I had to grab Inferno's copy.
I don't
of it.
know. For me, it hasn't felt like low fantasy because I didn't even pay attention to that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, you were a
Eldritch Knight.
gnoll. You're an Eldritch Knight gnoll. Warlock.
Vampire.
Warlock vampire. But, like, you started with nothing, right? You started with shitty weapons, shitty gear, and...
I actually started with my clothes because I had to recover my weaponry, which I never did. I actually stole some. I mainly just stole things.
Hey, that's kind of it. The very first time I ever ran this campaign, or like, I guess really what it was the precursor to this campaign, was Pathfinder. And I made the group start in a cell, and all they had were 3 rocks, and that was too much. I discovered like that was too low of a bar. But no, it is. It's like I said, if you've ever played Legend of Grimrock, it's that essentially. Like your team is you have to learn how to work together as a team and talk to each other, and if you don't, people die. My suggestion is up. Yay! Bionic.
Not sure if I don't know. I've had fun. I don't mind scrounging up random pieces of scrap to make them into weaponry. Apparently.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but I guess that's how I am.
I feel like I kind of cheated just a little bit because druids are pretty fucking self-sufficient.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. So this happened to Lars. Lars, I was like, this is a very low fantasy game. Like, I want you guys to pick and play whatever you want to play. I don't care. But just be warned that, like, this is going to be no items, like, very small magic. So, like, monks and sorcerers are going to be really powerful here. So maybe don't play them because I want you to have a challenge. And they're like, okay. And Lars came up with a monk, and I was like, whatever, it's fine. So then Lars died eventually, and I'm like, make a new character, and he shows up with a sorcerer, and I'm like, god damn it, Lars. And he's like, I don't understand, fireball, and I'm like, all right. And so I gave him a lot of shit for it. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I feel bad, this character's too powerful. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I'm totally fine with him playing it because I'm aware he's doing it now, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can balance it for that kind of stuff. But I think it's more fun when the characters are not at their maximum peak, right? They don't have full access to their facilities, which is why, like, with Jonas, I gave you a big weapon because that's what you wanted. Like, that was the thing for your character. No armor. You didn't have armor for, like, 4 levels. And
Forever,
yeah.
Yeah, I actually got 4 armor, like, at level 5, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I was like,
you actually did.
Cool. I had 9 AC most of the time.
Yep.
Woo!
It's supposed to feel
No.
really scary. Like, I want people to be unsettled about, like, I'm just not prepared for this, but I guess I got to do it. And I think that's a lot of fun.
I had a ton of fun. Still have.
If it makes things better, I didn't choose Druid because I wanted to metagame. I chose it because I have not had an opportunity to play a Druid in 5e yet, and really wanted to.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't think it's a problem at all. It just some classes are way more kitted out for that kind of thing. Because like a monk, you throw a monk into a pit, it's like, yeah, I didn't need armor or equipment or anything. Totally. It's just like, all right. Rogues are kind of the same way because like if you have dagger or whatever it is, then you're good.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
So they rogues even need very small amounts of gear, which make them very powerful. But things like barbarians are also really good. Sorcerers are good because they don't have to worry about their spells. I feel bad mostly for Chase because he was playing
Artificer.
No, yeah, Doughboy, same thing. Doughboy was playing an Artificer, and he jumped in telling me like, here's the 2 pages of things I want my character to eventually get. And I'm like, uh-oh. like you're gonna be scrounging for all of this for a long time. And I've tried to find ways to let that happen, right? And so sometimes I think like the characters just don't fit well for the campaign, but they make it work. But no, yeah, Chase came in with a wizard, and I was like, cool, you wake up, you know your spell book, and that was just like a panic moment. And it was like, yes, this is how this is gonna work. You're gonna have to bargain with me to get your spell book back.
Yeah.
They did a great job. They did an amazing job. And Red Team hopefully will come back one day when we have time.
Like how I chose to like the most gear-dependent class and subclass possible. A wizard fighter, basically. I'm like, yes.
Yep. Yep. It's fun. Do not take that seriously. What kind of fun is it then when the party members should literally start off with legendary artifacts, already having busted stats and powerful? That is called hyper fantasy.
Level 21.
Level 21. Yeah. No, that's just really high fantasy. I call it hyper fantasy because like that's totally a legitimate way to play the game. When your characters are essentially way over geared and have tons of money. A lot of my early campaigns, especially my Pathfinder campaigns, ended up being that way. Especially when we started doing like the daily, when we did like DM roulette, where we would just take turns DMing. Because at the end of every session, it was like, hey, great job, here's 10,000 gold, I guess. I don't know. But like, so all of the characters are just, kitted out and like godlike deities. And Pathfinder is built for that. Like, Pathfinder is totally fine with mythic campaigns, going beyond level 20. The monsters are statted up to like level 30 because they expect you to be level 20 with 10 levels of gear, essentially. And there is actually ways of going beyond level 20 with your characters. If you want to hit level 20 and then start taking subclasses, or if you want to hit level 20 and then just start taking mythic levels, which are ways to like amp up your spells and amp up your abilities. Lots of stuff like that. Really cool. Hyper fantasy is a lot of fun. I really like low-level fantasy, especially when you're trying to play with people you don't know and keep a story very short and to the point, because you don't have those, god tier spells that can really screw up the world. It's like we're looking at a very macrocosm of events. Like, it's just this tower, it's just this room. I use dimensional door and shift to the plane of tigers. It's like, cool. You die, I guess, because you're no longer in this campaign. So have fun. Like, nice job. You done beat the game. You beat the game by death. I built a ranger in her element in a tower, and I was the first to die. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Not my fault. Not my fault. I blame Lars. I'm not joking. Take my campaign, for example, where Goldtooth is literally a god and cannot be killed under any normal circumstances. Yeah, and like there's hyper fantasy. That's what that is. It's normal. I think it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Not the game I'm playing. Not the game I'm running.
I've been thinking about running a hyper fantasy. Well, I technically am. But I fucking throw such horrific combats that I'm like, yeah, I'll make these guys fight 2 Nightwalkers at level 13. There's 3 of them. They win, of course. I'm like, Ah, yes, they level up almost twice. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
That might be the other thing I do too. Is I might switch from I've just had a passion for milestone leveling for a long time, because I like having that control over letting leveling being not just a reward, but like part of the story. And but I might, if I start doing a larger Patreon campaign with more teams, I might switch over to XP based, just so people can kind of grow naturally. I haven't tried that though. I haven't thought about it. Kevin the Necromancer was trying to convince me of that. We'll see how it goes.
Experience, ironically, I was to see, it's like, am I leveling people up too fast? Turns out, I actually was leveling up people too slow. Considering the amount of combats, like, I am a monster, and I like making my players think hard or just go all out with everything, and making them suffer with 3-round combats of deadliness constantly.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the die here. That would be 8.
Horrible person.
Yeah, I don't know. Leveling speed is strange. Sorry I can't hang out at the stream. I'm training a new person. I hope everything's doing well. Thank you, Dr. Random. Let me see if I roll your number. I did not. I'm sorry. See, we got a concept idea, a foci of an evil sorcerer, anything evil, maybe with a ring, staff, or coffee. I remember saying coffee in here. Yeah, spellbook stolen from a hag. Maybe an evil coffee mug. So basically, I think what we're doing is we're doing a sorcerer with a coffee mug. We're doing a coffee lock, is what we're doing. We're doing a coffee lock.
At some point, I think I should just DM to you guys and see what you guys think. How horrible
Could be fun.
DM I am.
If that's what you want to use, we have access to the Foundry, and we have access to the D&D Beyonds.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do any system you want.
Yeah, I can finally find out. Maybe one day I shall discover how horrific of a DM am I, just making people fight some against the odds constantly. And sometimes they just beat up things. I'm like, oh, these poor guards. Yeah, no chance against these level 10 motherfuckers with magical items.
I would be very surprised if you were a bad DM.
I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know.
I mean, like, you very clearly try to be considerate. If something goes wrong, you feel bad, and you tend to think about things a lot. So, generally, in my mind, that means either you suffer from anxiety or are a good DM. Maybe both. Probably both.
Well, how did you know I suffer from anxiety? Wow, what a giveaway.
Because it's 2022 and everybody fucking suffers from anxiety.
Yeah.
That's my experience.
Everything enough that you can't go to school anymore. I don't know.
Oh no, I mean, like, there are levels of severity of it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But debilitating anxiety is 100% a thing.
Yes.
Do not make
and
me trivialize
100%.
it. Yeah. Or don't think I'm trivial. It sucks. I'm suffering from a little bit of anxiety recently, but like I'm still trying my best, and that's all I can ask of anybody. Try your best.
Yeah.
That is true.
Talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist, talk to your friends, talk to your family members. It's totally cool, and it's normal. And I'm yeah.
Yeah, super normal. I also suffer from anxiety pretty bad, general social anxiety.
Is level 30 the highest level in Pathfinder? It's not. Level 20 is actually the highest level without going into mythic levels. With mythic levels, there is documented stuff to go to level 30. But what that is level 20s and then 10 levels of mythic levels. So it is a little different. Pathfinder also has a large system for... what's it called? Their archetype system is a little weird. So you can take like 2 levels in something, 4 levels in something else, and then that combination allows you to take up to 12 levels of some things. So some classes only have like 10 levels in them because they're supposed to be like an end cap as a prestige class. There we go. You prestige into something. So it's a little different.
I don't know when you describe that. It's just to me, it's just right now. It's like, wait a minute. Recipes for classes.
Yeah, so like a good example of that is the Dragon Disciple. There's only I think there's only 8 or 10 levels in Dragon Disciple, but to be a Dragon Disciple, you have to have access to a dragon type bloodline. So whether that's a wizard or a cleric that takes it as a domain,
or sorcerer who has the bloodline.
Yeah, the bloodline. Sorry, or you are like a dragon folk or something. You have to have access to a draconic bloodline, as well as access to certain levels of spells. And then you can start taking Dragon Disciple levels. So they only have 8 levels in it because they don't expect you to go level 1 to 20 as a Dragon Disciple. Same thing with like, there's a couple Oracle classes that are pretty cool. There's like these, the Spy is an interesting one. You have to be able to do sneak attack and have disguise self. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. I really like the prestige classes.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Pathfinder never really had a good system for like multi-classing. This is basically the replacement for that.
Yeah, because like in the way multi-classing works in Pathfinder, if you take 1 level in a martial class and 1 level in a spell class, you count as level 1 for both of those classes. So it seems really detrimental unless you take feats to augment it, which sucks because then you're losing feats. But at the same time, there's the prestige classes kind of make up for that. So
yeah, because they like then instead of being shitty in 2 classes, you suddenly have like these 2 classes that form a zeitgeist that makes a one cooler, better class.
Yeah. As much fun as it would actually be to see fun since as much as that would actually be kind of fun, since a lot of our power actually does come from our magical items, some of the story wise would really cripple some of us. Most of our magical items literally come from stat books that were collected, and not only that, of someone carrying around items and very important to the character, like Goldtooth's Golden Ring. Yeah, like you would not be able to play Goldtooth in this campaign. Like it just, as is, I wouldn't let you start a level 20 character with stuff. Like that's not how that works. If you want to play a Kobold or you want to play a level 1 Goldtooth, like that's different. But it would definitely not be the same thing.
Yeah, and the whole circumstances is going to be very different. Like it will be very hard for you to end up with the same build probably.
My wife's a dragon. It's like, what wife?
A very unfortunate life for a dragon.
When did you meet her?
But I mean that's the thing about like the tower campaign. It's very much supposed to be a pick up and drop. Like your character is what's the term? Spirited away, right? Your character is spirited away from whatever world you say you started at. And if your character is just like beeline bent on not being in the tower, then this is the wrong campaign. that's just, it's not.
I could play like, I don't know, fucking Jonathan Freeman in your game. Funny enough.
Yeah, I mean that would work.
He's a former city cop investigator, deadbeat. Got fired.
That could actually be a lot of fun. I would like that too, because that kind of works with the aesthetic. Like, oh, I was one of the town guards. What the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, like what was the? Oh, that was his unique thing. The other thing was he had like that looked. I don't know if my mic picked that up. Anyways, he had a round of magic missiles that looked like a gun, basically. That was like his identifier for belonging to the Force. So that was his ranged weapon, essentially. Stop running from me! And then you max fucking 7th level magic missiles from that. It just destroys someone.
Lars talks about this all the time when we were playing the last D&D campaign that he was DMing for us. He gave us a robe of stars at like level 4. Robe of stars is super cool item, super powerful, and it became this thing where we're like, do we just use the robe of stars in this situation? And Kevin's like, yeah, fuck it, I fire all the magic missiles, and you just like open them up and just like volley fire magic missiles out. And it was really fun, and I still think Lars did a great job on that campaign, even though he did just at level 4 just dump magic items on us, so we were super powerful. And then when we started this new campaign, he's like, okay, so I'm going to be this sorcerer. Can I have a robe of stars? And I was like, no, that does not exist in this campaign. And I always feel bad because it's like, I don't know if Lars was just fucking with me or if he actually thought that it was like yes, that would be great. I mean, like, that would be super powerful. Magic Missile's great. I love it.
It is. I think I think because it's such a low-level spell, and it's easy to overlook how much damage it does consistently.
Oh man, here's an interesting thing about you know the evocation wizard, and since magic missile is an evocation spell,
Mm-hmm.
and they have their intelligence modifier to the damage dealt.
Yep.
Rules is written and kind of intended for their like high-level feature, is to add their
Yeah.
modifier to like that damage roll like once. But when you use magic missiles on a single creature, you're supposed to only roll one, then
Correct.
multiply it.
Yep.
Which means an evocation wizard would do a fuckload of damage with a magic missile.
Yeah, minimum 15. If you have a int of 20, it's really good. It's really good.
What is it?
I will
like
say
you-
magical. I was before temporarily taken away. That was okay. I can say that it would be fair, but permanently gone. It's just I would not. Yeah, that's not what this campaign is for. This campaign isn't for people to like bring their OP characters. Like anybody that wants to jump into this campaign is gonna have to start from the bottom. That's just part of the way the campaign works. So it's free low risk damage. It's chip damage. Yeah, Bionic's got it right. And I don't think you can do that till like level 5, right?
What?
Getting the evocation feats to add your int to damage.
No, that's like a level 11 or 10 feature.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does like bump up the magic missiles damage a lot, but it's for a single subclass that specializes in that school of spells. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They already have like Fireball, which they can sculpture around their allies and everything. Like, cool.
Yep. Which I
You
like.
have disintegrate probably at that. No, actually you don't. But still, big spells. Does it matter really? Kind of, maybe not.
I think it's
This enemy
definitely
has a
it makes magic missile relevant again, which I think
Yes.
is good. And I think chip damage is a good way to describe it because it's just like I'm gonna hit. I know I'm gonna hit. You're gonna take some damage. Like, cool.
And if a subclass makes one spell pretty okay, then that's cool.
And I think the other big part of that is like DC doesn't go up as high as like your proficiency bonus, right? I mean, it does, but like warriors eventually, once they get like level 10 or above, barbarians specifically, it's just like I roll plus 18 to attack. I always hit unless we're fighting something huge. And wizards are like, can this guy beat a DC 15? It's like, yes. Fuck. Magic missile. That's what magic missile is for. It's just like, I don't know if I can hit this guy. I'm gonna do a little bit of damage. So I think it's great.
Yeah, wizards, or usually casters, I don't know, this is in 5th edition at least, they're the guys who destroy the armies and your fighters, paladins, and everything else. Melee, they're the guys who destroy the gods.
Yep.
Or the commanders.
The guys, if you need to hit one person real hard, that's what melee's for.
You need to destroy an army, just tell your wizard to cast fireball.
You need to erase the goblins.
You
That's
need
what
to
wizards
commit
are.
massive war crimes. Ask the wizard nicely.
All right, I'm ready for my next one. As a D10 or
Down to a D8.
okay.
Sorry if I'm talking too much, by the way.
2, plasmoid
Who am I?
armored with model being infiltrated. So an infiltrator, plasma? A goo infiltrator, artificer.
What is an infiltrator?
I don't know.
Artificer?
It says plasmoid armor
Oh, yeah. Okay,
with
that's
model being
armor.
infiltrator. Artificer with
Armor.
agate. That's very specific, and I don't know what any of those words mean.
Would you like me to explain?
Yes, please.
Armor is a subclass for Artificer, which focuses on the armor and buffing the armor to like fight. The Infiltrator is a type of the two. There's the tanky version, Guardian, I believe, and then there's the sneaky ranged version, which is basically, I guess it gives the Iron Man suit attack, and Infiltrator just means stealthy armor.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gives you like bonuses on stealth. If you like removes the disadvantage of plate armor for the stealth, it just make you sneaky.
Okay.
It's I don't know. It's like imagine lighter infiltrator armor. I'm sorry if I went too long.
That's right.
You're good. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
How am I gonna do this?
I don't know.
How
How do you? I don't know. I'm just throwing a shot, man.
I'm putting an eyeball on a coffee mug.
You are? Right. Millhouse Manastorm.
Damn it, I did drop Millhouse Manastorm, didn't I? Oh.
Actually have a... Well, he's been dead for a while, actually. A Necromancer NPC who's going to come up, bother the player party again. He's been like one of the first big guys that in the beginning. I muted myself. Well, anyways, he's called Wrathstorm. Millhouse Wrathstorm. He's just a fucking copy paste, and he's a gnome. And my the small interactions my players had, like very little with him. They fucking hated him. Which I was like, perfect. When he comes back one day, they're gonna hate him more because he's a wizard and he can cast clone. Which is like very expensive, so it's gonna be in like wizard debt forever. Did you know that being a wizard is super expensive?
Like,
sort of.
yeah, I guess so.
I did.
And I've been playing this one wizard for a long time, and I just spent 10,000 gold on spells, scrolls, and spells.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Just
to be fair, though, you have a tower, and you can create infinite space, so...
Not yet, I'm not that high level. I have an airship, you know, close enough.
I mean, you should just start making that airship make you money. I hope Old Gods of Appalachia has added, yeah.
What?
Is that
Yes,
Zbashu? Wait, what? What I'm drawing? Maybe. It's a pretty big beard. Oh. Which save would it be to not freak out if your coffee mug winked at you? That'd be a will save.
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save. I keep saying will save. I think I will never not say will save.
I mean, it makes sense. I like the Pathfinder ones. There's technically only 3 saves. You have Whale, Reflex, and Fortitude.
Yep.
I like that more, honestly.
The strength save is interesting, but like, I don't know. I don't know.
How scarred was this shark guy supposed to be?
How what? Scarred? It just
Scarred.
said scarred. Like, scars and teeth, I think is what was defined. Scars and teeth. What's up, big
Scars
dog? Corey, hello, hello.
Scars and teeth?
Scars and teeth. I think that was the descriptor they gave. Scars and teeth.
Oh. What does the teeth mean? Tooth
How
marks?
is the stream doing? Because I had to reset YouTube because it took a poop. So hopefully the quality is pretty good.
I think it's doing well. And Jonas, when they say scars and teeth, I think they mean like generally the character is a shark, so should have lots of teeth and be covered in scars.
Yeah, that was the... Yep.
Teeth it is. Give them like a weird extended jaw thing. You know how you counter magic missiles?
Shield?
You just cast shield.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my 9th level magic missiles? Wasted. Ugh, my power is gone. It just negates the damage as well.
I love me a good magic missile puzzle. But that's always the thing. It's like, I cast shield and walk through it. It's like, yep. Congratulations, that works. Like, oh.
I mean, it's not the puzzle. You just had the key for it. Unlike most people.
Yep.
Now what about the rest of your party?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know why it reminds me of punks are so fast. They can run from anything. What about the rest of the party?
Yep.
The movement doesn't really matter at that point, does it?
And now you understand why everyone is linked. Bring your party members or die trying.
Maybe I should play an order cleric in your game.
I'm totally fine if people want to make new characters too. Like,
Put Gurna to sleep for like 2 sessions and like, let's play this character for a little bit.
that was the intent. I think maybe not this week, but next week we might just have a Thursday morning roll call, I guess.
Yeah, if you like give me a message like confirmation at least at the end of this week, like Sunday,
Okay.
then that's good. Easy
to
for me
set
to
that up.
confirm. So I can say it to like other people, like, busy then.
Prepare the coffee.
I looked over to my other screen and the mug looked like a book for a moment for me.
I think, yeah, I was trying to put a fireball on it. I think I'm just going to make it an eyeball. I'm just going to do one big eyeball. I was watching an interview with Alex Hirsch. What did I say? Alex Hirsch. The guy that made Gravity Falls. Which the little eyeball reminded me of that. This morning, and he was saying that like he initially hated the Manatar episode, so much so that he like tried to get it canceled. But then after it was all put together, and he does like it now. But like he was really worried that Gravity Falls would be too silly and not like dark enough. I was like, And it's interesting. It's interesting to see that kind of thing. Like even with professional, like large professional productions, people can still have. I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but like apprehension about their art.
Yeah.
Even pros get a little anxious about it.
The most often, like they like give you tips on drawing. Be more confident with your lines. I'm like, just be confident.
Line confidence is super important.
Yeah.
So maybe they just didn't explain that well enough to you.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that I love sketching and sketchy style so much is like really easy to tell when the artist is not thinking about the lines and that like the line confidence shows through, right? Where you can tell that the line was just made quickly without thought.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But at the same time, like I think line confidence is also kind of linked with smoothness.
Yeah, I mean, definitely practice as well, right? Like you can't just give a 5-year-old a crayon and say, draw with confidence, and they're gonna have come up with the perfect line.
Right. Did the coffee mug become a mimic? No, the coffee mug is not a mimic. It's your suggestion. It's the evil overlord to this sorcerer warlock. So I gave it an eyeball. I guess it could be a mimic if you want it to be a mimic, but I don't know how else to make a magical item look magical without giving it a face of some kind. And yeah. Sorry, Drew. To get back to what you were saying, I think you're right. It's when people say you need to have line confidence, really what they're saying is like clarity and being confident that your lines are in the right spot is less important as just having lines that promote your thought. And that's why something I run into a lot with like my hands is I'll keep doing the lines over and over and over and over again until it's like I can't tell what this is anymore. And it's like I didn't have a lot of... I need to be confident that my lines are going to sell what I'm trying to sell.
Yeah.
And so that can be very clean, very subtle lines. It can be like controlling your line with length. And a lot of that comes from just practicing and then not getting too much into your head about it. So
Yeah.
so line confidence is important. But it comes with practice.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with these finger shapes now. After looking at all the research I did yesterday for it, all the it's like
Yeah.
fingers are this weird triangle shape,
Yeah.
and I fucking love it. It's so good. And then they bend. They do the bendy. Do you want the coffee mug to be a mimic?
Because if so, we're gonna have to delete your suggestion.
No mimics.
No,
That is
mimics.
a clear rules violation.
That's a fine right there. It's a $5 fine.
Just put a $5 mimic fine in the top of the screen.
I wonder what that would do.
Probably nothing.
I mean, people would start paying the fine to get mimics, I guess.
That's true. That does just. What's the thing they say about fines? Fines are just a way for. Damn it! How do you say that? I knew a guy that would drive from Arizona to Idaho once a year, and he would just drive like 110 the whole way, and he would just budget in the speeding ticket he was gonna get. And he's like, I don't look at it as a fine; it's more of a fee. That's what it is. Like, fines on things are just fees for breaking the law.
Reminds me of.
I like the cup. Just don't make it a blue eye. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Parking ticket. I remember a story about this.
Yeah,
Definitely not in the if you get a parking ticket in Finland, it's not good for the rich either because they base it off a percentage of their pay.
See, that's funny. I like that.
I think the biggest fine here for speeding was like 160,000.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was very rich, and it's kind of the downside of living in Finland. You can't get rich here. It's really hard because the more you make, the more they take.
Gotcha.
Which is, I guess, why people think we're socialists. I don't blame them. But I think they're moving away from those to actually get more businesses in the country to make more money.
Maybe.
They're becoming a lot more business friendly.
I just am so sick of insurance. That's all I'm saying. I just want.
Well, luckily I don't have to meddle with those too much.
I just want the government to take care of me. Do your job. Do your job, government.
Which is?
Protect me from horrible insurance companies.
I guess there are upsides and downsides to every country.
Yeah.
What's this shark man for? Anyways.
I think I've drawn a wizard.
That's a wacky pose, guys.
And the collar is definitely saying wizard.
He doesn't have enough tattoos. There we go. So now he's a sorcerer. He's just got little beans tattooed on his forehead. Coffee, I say. Fines are the rich man's convenience fees. Thank you. That was what I was trying to say. If you park there, you're gonna get a ticket. That's fine. I don't care.
How big is the list?
6. We have 6 left. You are a slime but
but-
tiny Lehman. Wait, what? Not so crazy tank. Idea. You are a slime but tiny Lehman's hut. Yeah, I'm confused. Is that a character idea or is the slime the hut? But tiny Lehman. Like, are you a slime with a small dimensional portal inside of you?
As for the next suggestion, I don't know.
Yeah, you want to roll it or you want me to roll it?
I'll roll from one. I don't think I have the D8 here.
A Luxodon burlesque bard, proficient with magical bucklers.
What?
Luxodon bard. It says burlesque bard, but YouTube, so do with that what you will.
Okay. What is burlesque?
Oh yeah, I don't know how to translate that. I don't think that's a French word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Burlesque is
Dramatic, okay.
Like
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, like basically an underwear or like a stripper show.
But
Cool.
tasteful.
But yeah,
Okay.
but aimed specifically at the wealthy, high class people.
Yeah.
It's a high class stripper show.
But a Loxodon.
Yep.
Burluxodon, yeah.
Luxodon
think
Sexy
those two-
Bard.
I don't think those don't go together well in my mind for some reason.
I honestly, when I had it, I was like, I maybe am not going to put that on the list. And then I thought about it. I'm like, no, if I got that, I could definitely draw like a. Just, I had an idea. Now I've lost it. I don't know. Doesn't say it has to be male or female, so have fun with that. But I think you can do sexy elephant face.
Yeah. I can certainly try. I can certainly try. I fail miserably.
If you want to re-roll, you can re-roll. That's fine.
I'll think about it.
I am getting sloppy with this, so I think I'm running out of steam. What time is it? 1:20? It's not too bad. I think I do want to look at this. You know what? No, I said I was going to take the time and actually do things today. I might only get 2 things drawn here, but we're gonna draw some cloth, which is.
I leave the goddamn desk for like 20 seconds. Fuck. To reroll or not to reroll? I do not know. I should accept it, I guess. Bard, Loxodon with bucklers. Dual-wielding bucklers. Who the fuck wields dual-wields bucklers?
It kind of made me think of like Final Fantasy chakrams for the dancer. That was kind of a fun idea. Or like a fan dance. I assume it's some kind of fan dance.
I guess so. Just, huh. What a wacky idea.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I was originally not going to do it just because of the burlesque aspect of it, because of YouTube. But I'm like, I could probably come up with something. So, if you don't want it to be a burlesque, it just has to be a bard. That is all I will hold you to.
Well, I
The
still.
Luxodon bard.
I don't know the word burlesque and the meaning like held in my.
A Luxodon shield bard.
In buckles. Proficient in buckles. Was it bucklers or buckle?
Oh, I don't know.
Bucklers.
Maybe I wrote it down wrong.
I think it said bucklers.
Burlesque bard proficient in buckles. Yeah. What's that? What's the draw a built elephant in the undies? See now, Bionic, that just seems like we're drawing people's fetish stuff, and I'm not okay.
I don't know if I should.
Burlesque is a literary, dramatic, or musical work intended to cause laughter by characterizing the manner of spirit of serious work, or by ludicrous treatments of their subjects. It can also be a parody type of meaning.
Sure.
I was just.
Here in the good old United States, it also involves nipple pasties and usually sexy underwear of some kind.
I'll just
Yep.
do a rounder Loxodon, I guess.
Or at least any burlesque show I've ever been to has. Maybe that's what I should stipulate.
Okay.
Clean family fun with boobies. That's how I would describe burlesque shows.
Yeah, everything I've ever seen associated with a burlesque show usually also involves corsets of some kind.
Yeah.
Um,
Am I trained to accept this request?
Maybe. Oddly
What
enough,
do you
the I knew some burlesque dancers. Like there were friends of mine that just started doing that on their free time. They all lived in Salt Lake, so take that with however you.
That
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
mean anything for me, but sure.
Mormontown, USA.
So very religious people.
Yes.
yes.
Interesting. Curious.
Yeah, it gets curious. It's very strange. Very strange.
Hey, things get kinky here in Utah.
Yep.
Cool. I'll make a mental note of that and forget it immediately.
Yeah. It's not that important for most people to know.
Considering I probably will never go to the U.S. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, stay away from Salt Lake.
I'll remember that for some reason. Like, I'll have a constant memory for the rest of my life. It's like, just stay away from Salt Lake. Not really socially conservative people or something. I guess that is curious.
You wind people up enough and weird shit starts happening. That's all I'm saying.
It's kind of like weird how Finland has like the most lucky rock bands here. So.
I appreciate how much y'all even tolerating it. Luxodon stream hype. We've had 2 Luxodons. Yeah, today we've had 2 Luxodons.
Perhaps too many Loxodons.
I mean, maybe.
I personally, I'll admit this, I do not like the Loxodon race
I agree.
at all.
I also agree.
I do not like the aesthetic, the fantasy. I just don't like. I don't like the idea of it. I'm like, what the fuck?
My big argument with him is I talked about the balance between the, like, when you anthropomorphize something, like how much person to
animal.
I'm gonna draw a dog.
Yeah.
It's like,
Imagine if they were just elephants but smart.
like that's yeah. So in Final Fantasy, the elephant people they put in there, I hate it because they went from people to animal, and then like, what if we keep going? And I'm like, I hate whatever the fuck it is you're
What do you
doing.
mean
right
keep
now.
going?
So like you have an elephant, right? You have an elephant,
Yes.
big elephant man here.
Yes.
There we
I
go.
am looking.
And then you have a person. So my thought has always been, sorry, I'm taking up space. My thought has always been you go the way of like the Minotaur, where you go halfsy and halfsies, right? So you're like, hey, cool, now I'm an elephant person. Neat. They're like, what if we make them human body, elephant size, and then tiny person, elephant head? It's like, the fuck have you done? Like, what is this thing that you've made? I hate it. They're like, we'll take this and move it here, and this and move it here, and then just... That being said...
Wait. Did I understand this correctly? They're just big Roblox characters.
We're having the Luxodon argument again. We are. Yeah, they're big Roblox characters with elephant face. And I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. So the Luxodons from Magic the Gathering, I don't hate them as much, because they definitely feel like a good balance of elephant to person.
I don't think the Magic the Gathering Loxodon should be in D&D.
That's kind of my argument with it. Is like, it doesn't need to exist. It's just, so it's fine. Whatever it is, I don't care.
For some reason, it ruins the fantasy aesthetic for me. I don't know why, but it's just, I'm like, immersion gone. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just is.
So what if I request a Luxodon next week? I mean, you wouldn't... If I assumed this was your Luxodon suggestion this week. Is that not the case? We had
Is this
2.
your fault? Are you the cause for my immense suffering right now?
I will say this. Maybe I should say this. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. There are some people that suggest things just to troll me. I don't include them. So, yeah. So just know that I do curate these things a little bit. So please submit something that you would like to see and that you think is great. And
Do not troll me.
don't troll me, because I will burn you to the ground.
Do not troll Jonas. I will find you. I don't know. I don't know. They just ruined the fantasy aesthetic for me. I have no idea why. Just do.
I really like elephants, to be totally honest. Like, I've painted elephants a few times in my life as like painting studies, because they look really cool. Like the ear to nose to tusk ratio is awesome. And so when I do draw Luxodons, I do like doing the whole elephant head, right? Like, I don't think you need to change that. But at that point, then, do you do hands? Do you draw the weird stumpy elephant barbar feet? Because if you do that, then they can't use weapons. Which, I don't know, maybe that's okay. So yeah, like that's really the big thing I always get on is whereas most mammals, when you anthropomorphize them, you're just like, we'll give them human feet because paws go to that. I don't know. Elephant are a little far. Same thing with like any hooved creature becoming a person. It's like, do you just say fuck the hooves and give them hands? And that's kind of what they did for Magic the Gathering. A lot of them just have big meaty like 3-fingered hands. Some of my favorite bee folks are elephants and dolphin flavored. See, dolphin flavored, that's a little too close. Like, I don't like it. I think I've done orca. Orca people I've drawn before. I don't request casters. Fair enough. I was the shark this week. Okay.
I definitely went through a Street Sharks what is the fan drawing period in my early teens.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I mean, like when I did the Luxodon video, I did the woolly mammoth one because I just thought that looked. I think that's more interesting than the like traditional Luxodon looking thing.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think that's really the problem is with elephants specifically. If you try to push them towards human, they stop being elephants and they just start being weird.
Yeah,
weird
really
gray
fast.
people really fast. So you almost have to stick to being an elephant, and that's why I would prefer like I would prefer just like elephant people over trying to make it something different. And so I don't really have a problem with the Luxodons, but
I do.
Yeah, Jonas does, and that's fine.
I don't know why. I just do. I want innate blood-born. What's the word?
I think my real issue with the Luxodon is once again that they're from Magic the Gathering, and I don't like how they got brought in. And it's the same thing with the Lionels. It's like it's just a cat folk. It's fine. And so elephants are at least their own unique thing. But then they're not large. Their trunks are useless. They're essentially just reverse monkeys. Because their tail is also right. They're like they have a tail, but on their face, it's like, are you kidding me? Elephants are huge, should be super tough, have tusks. Like you could make them fucking amazing, and that's why when I put the Luxodon video, I basically just screamed at people for the whole time. Did my kobold get rolled today? It did not. We have 4 left, and
Kind of running out of steam though.
yeah, we're running out of steam.
There's
We
the
just say
kobold
it.
left.
One of these days, Dr. Random, we might just have to do a kobold stream. Maybe that's what we'll do next week.
What is the kobold all about? Explain.
Dr. Random is basically collecting every single class in Kobold drawings.
Why?
Yeah,
For
that's a
fun.
good question.
Random, answer me this question. This riddle of yours or mine, I don't know. Just answer it. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Please, send help.
Sound help. But no, we're getting
I
close.
I think just for fun, maybe just because we have drawn so many kobolds of different
The varieties.
classes. Yeah.
I think maybe what we need to do, since there's only 2 left, at the risk of getting rid of one of my valued watchers, maybe we should just next week do a kobold stream. People can only suggest kobolds, and we try to get that. We get Dr. Random's addiction satiated, taken care of, and then I guess I don't know. Dr. Random can keep hanging out or find a new thing for us to draw, or keep suggesting kobolds, or disappear into the ether. Like I hate to hear it, but it could be a lot of fun. I think it would be a lot of fun to do just a kobold day. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe next week we'll ask for kobold suggestions.
Yeah,
That could be really cool.
What the kobolds are, so,
I do suggest that if you're going to do that, you make a TikTok about it and invite everybody on your TikTok to do that, since your kobold animation videos did so well.
That was a good point. I like this idea. That's more work for me, but I like this idea. Everything in life is more work. Kobold suggestion stream hype. Yeah, why not? What reason do I need other than to have more kobolds? That's a good point. The actual answer is unintentionally requested them 3 in a row and decided to keep going. It can be kobold themed something. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, people don't need to have reasons for wanting to have things drawn. Except for the Luxodon people. Like, I have to...
Yes, the Luxodon. Why the Luxodon? Please stop.
No, I'm just giving people shit, but...
I'm also, but, you know. Am I serious or not? I don't know.
I did have like 4 or 5 weeks when everyone was just like, I want a Lionel, I want a Lionel, I'm like, I'm not doing it. I just don't want to draw it. I don't want to draw the lion people. A Johnny can kiss my ass. That's all I'm saying.
Who?
It's like, it's the Magic the Gathering lion dude.
No idea.
Don't worry about it. He's an asshat, and I hate playing against him.
Why?
Because he's broken as fuck, and no one will admit it.
What makes him broken?
Whenever you cast a creature, you gain life. Whenever you gain life, you get a +1/+1 counter. Whenever you get a +1/+1 counter, you gain life, and people can go fuck themselves. Yeah.
I know what the fuck this is.
It's
I played arena. God.
Yeah, it's the white life gain deck, and I'm so sick of it.
I just crashed? No. Whoa! What the fuck?
Oh, you okay?
Like, got the creature crash where I was reloaded. I was like, no, I have my drawings, God.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Let me just start over again. Might as well do that.
I don't know what I will do with myself after I have completed this collection.
Started a collection of Pachydons.
Somebody, I don't know if they're still in the chat or not. Someone for like 2 or 3 months kept coming into the chat asking for me to draw a tiny elephant, and it was just like, okay. I'm still concerned. I'm still concerned about the request for tiny elephants. It's like, am I getting tricked? Am I drawing somebody's fetish? I'm not sure.
Maybe you should be concerned for elephants in general.
This seems innocuous and safe, but you never know. I might be like the premier tiny elephant drawer now on the internet. I don't even know it.
Are you?
I hope not. But at the same time, you know, Dragons Boinking Cars exists, so
You never know.
you never know.
Someone's trying to get your attention in chat.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Rook. You ever seen the house hippo? I have not seen the house hippo. Do I need to see what the house hippo is?
Is this another Reddit page like Dragons Boinking Cars?
Oh no.
Is it a hippo a fucking house?
I hope not. I hope not.
We are talking about the internet. I wouldn't put it past them.
Or Rook.
Weird shit on the internet. 101.
Things Rook cannot escape. Random not even anthropomorphs, just animals boinking inanimate objects.
Is the stream super crappy, or is it just my preview super crappy?
So
It
let me just.
looks okay to me.
House hippos are a Canadian legend. Okay. Oh! Tiny hippos. How about that?
It's nighttime. North Americans for their drier linen.
Funny. Stream looks fine to me. Okay, cool. It's just my preview then, probably. Excellent connection. Nice, Tibbers.
Is it though?
Tiny house hippos. All right. See, that seems innocuous and cute. I'm fine with that. It's not D&D related, but also, whatever. Them was back in the days when we didn't have anybody suggesting stuff, so I had to draw Modrons a lot, which also made me upset.
Elaborate.
I'm not big on body horror, and a Modron is essentially like, what if you took a person and crammed them into a computer case? And it's like, not into it. I'm just not into it. So, yeah.
From now on, I shall decline any and all Modron requests.
Not fun. Which is, there are a few people that really love Modrons, and like
What's the Modron we are coming?
they constantly ask me to do it. Why you should play for Modrons? And it's like, probably not. Probably won't do that. But they're lawful good. It's like, well, they're lawful good, but they're also creepy as hell, and they scare me, and I don't like it.
Lawful good doesn't mean anything.
They're like reverse. What are those? Cenobites? The guys that from Hellraiser? Is it Hellraiser or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's.
They love pain.
I've seen
And pain. At least I haven't been a mimic in a long time. That's true. That's true. I did get someone. We've had a few people suggest mimics, and I just ignored them.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's a touchy subject, you know.
Nice.
Got to draw the line somewhere. We'll draw for food, except for filthy mimics.
Very funny how that's that thing.
I was. Oh, maybe I don't want to tell this story.
I mean, you can't stop now. I mean, you can, but
What did it involve?
No, you know, there's already a precedent for this rule, so it's fine. When I was in college, I was in charge of setting up like social events for our dorm floor. I don't know how I got in charge of that, and I didn't want to do it, but I was like, I went to college and I was like, I'm going to be super confident and awesome, even though I'm super introverted and hate people. And so I started doing this, and they set up a poll thing where every week you could vote to like who helped out really a bunch on the floor. And for the first 2 weeks, it was just Jesus. People just kept putting Jesus in the thing, and I was like, this isn't like haha funny, like, but now we're actually not getting anything done, and I still have to count all this shit, and people kept doing it. So I'm like, this is no longer an acceptable answer. And so people started doing Mickey Mouse, and I was just like, all right, cool, fuck it, and I just quit. I just threw the box, and I was like, I'm done. And yeah, I'll burn shit to the ground real fast. People don't take it seriously, which is why we don't have polls on the chat anymore either.
or gambling.
Or gambling. Yep, nope. Gambling doesn't get polls or gambling or mimics now. For the suggestions.
Have I missed honestly now? I'm wondering.
I mean, it didn't happen all at once. It just shit slowly gets weird, and I change things. But once again, yeah.
Well, I know the mimic thing because I was there for it.
Yeah.
Unfolded.
It's just not fun sometimes, you know, when people just like burn a meme to the ground.
Yeah.
So all memes should burn. I am just a little vindictive and passive aggressive.
I think
I'm not
everyone is.
getting on you, but I did feel personally attacked when you were harping on the tiny elephant thing. I was like, I suggested tiny elephant once. It was cute.
It might not have. Maybe it wasn't just
It
one
definitely was
person.
not me that one time. It was definitely a reoccurring thing. Where
Yeah.
they wanted a small elephant artificer.
Yep, small elephant artificer. I don't know who that was. If that was you, please let me know. Like, I definitely don't want to draw it again because I drew it like 10 times. Yeah.
There are limits to his
I
sanity.
drew Barbar a lot. I drew a lot of Barbar.
I don't remember for some reason.
I drew it a lot. I drew it quite a few times.
Yeah.
My suggestion was just like a tiny Phalot Lexodon.
Tiny Phalok Lexodon. There's also,
For the cuteness.
yeah, it was really cute. Like, it is really cute, and I don't mind that stuff a lot of times, but I
was
also,
not trying to troll you at that time.
yeah.
Promise.
That's the problem, right? Like, once you get trolled so much, like when people are serious, you don't know. It's like, why does this keep happening? There's a weird thing that'll happen in restaurants where someone will come in the morning and be like, I'd like a cheeseburger, but instead of burger buns, I want fish patties. And you're like, that's fucking bananas. I've never heard of that before. Why would somebody want that? Gross. You make it, and then that's what people order for the rest of the day. And it's like, do they like see the person eating it and think like, yeah, let's do that? Or like, was there a commercial on TV where someone's like, this would be funny? And it happens all the time. Like, you'll get something that's never ordered or a weird variant, and then someone will order it 5 or 6 times in a single day. It's just like so weird. Like, it's
I
the
can guarantee they saw it on like a state fair foods
maybe.
cooking show. Because that sounds something that would come from a state fair menu.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
it
Krispy
does.
Kreme donuts on a hamburger.
But yeah, so
That
the
is
same
fun.
thing happens. The same thing happens in the draw streams because like people will just like today we got what 2 elephant folk. Maybe it's only 2, but like we have days of like just nothing but Genasi or days of orcs, or like 5 or 6 gnolls, and it's just like I guess today's a gnoll day. It's word of mouth is weird. It is. It's very strange. And so I don't know if people just like passively see it and that like sticks in their head, or something happens. Maybe AJ Pickett releases something that makes everybody want me to draw something. But it is. It's a strange phenomenon that does happen. And so I'm generally okay with doing a lot of the same thing, but and then it eventually does feel like people are just trying to troll, and it's like I don't want that to happen. So the occasional mimic will pop up, but when
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
like me
mimic, nothing is mimic.
Oh fuck! I just realized it's me with fucking turtles and Loxodons. That's why I hate them, because when I stream, people constantly ask for them all the time. Yep. I was just so done with that.
I think I've ended up with a slime folk rogue, not an artificer.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Sorry.
You know the rules. Your suggestions are just suggestions. What we actually draw, I don't know if we have control over.
I wanted to try to fulfill the suggestion. So right now I'm considering starting over, but I don't know what stealth
I
armor.
wouldn't.
Well, like what I would do for stealth armor.
I think you're doing great. I definitely want you to keep going. Unless you're just not.
I mean,
like I'm okay if you need to restart it. But I like it.
I'm done with it specifically. I like it. It's just it doesn't really meet the prompt. Is my problem.
Hashy Brown.
Like, well, maybe I'll make another attempt.
Hashy Brown does have a very good point. Something that I have stated before. Goggles equal level in artificer. You forgot the goggles. That's what you're.
Yes, Uguay was one of the individual specific that was requested often, and
I don't complain if I see monster boys. Give him a gun is not something we can do on YouTube. Guns and goggles, but that's fair. It's fair.
Like swords and sandals.
Yeah.
we're not allowed to draw guns.
We shouldn't.
Well, I didn't know that.
I mean, you haven't drawn any guns, so I've never said anything.
I'm really bad at drawing guns.
Well, don't draw them then.
So I love this.
If we're on Twitch, sure, go ahead, draw guns. I don't care.
Oh.
I would.
Oh.
I would, and maybe this is a hot take. If I had enough space, like outside, I would definitely start a gun channel on YouTube, even though it's like not great, super tough. But
Do some.
I love me some
Got
guns.
them collabs with Brandon Herrera and shit.
Yep. I'd draw pictures with guns. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Make some gun
That would
stickers for
definitely
people.
would equally lose and gain followers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know most of your fans would be from a certain part of Europe or the US.
There's a lot. I grew up with firearm everything. They just changed the laws here in Washington to like you basically can't buy high capacity magazines anymore. And so yesterday my Facebook page was flooded with like my family members and friends being like, "No!" And I was like, I don't have anything that has a magazine that big. I like old, like westerny, just like classic stuff.
Like pump action rifles and
lever
whatnot.
action rifles would be really cool. I just love it. Really simple.
Or a wheel lock. That's good.
I would own one if I like once again, that's the biggest thing is like I don't live somewhere where when I lived in Idaho I could drive 15 minutes and then there was just nothing, right? So I could shoot whenever I wanted. Around here though I can't. I have to drive like hours, which is a bummer. So I don't collect the guns the way I wanted to in my younger years. Alberta is fun. I don't know if I'm allowed to bring guns to Canada. Otherwise, yeah, I'd drive to Canada all the time. I live pretty close to Canada. I think Canada might have just restricted their stuff too.
All of it. Hey. I'm just warmed up, but I don't want to draw anything.
That's a mood.
Yeah. So I'll draw something in like a half an hour, like, I'll draw that.
It is I, the coffee lock.
Ah, yes, the coffee
That was
field.
my got this one.
Guess I'll put my stuff in Discord and draw and
Call it a day. I mean, yeah,
surrender.
it's almost 2:00. We could probably call it handgun ban,
Yeah.
but positive. Let's not. I don't know what that means, to be totally honest. But also, like, once again, YouTube probably not the best conversation. Probably not the best conversation. They don't like videos about guns. That's all I was getting the point across. When I was growing up, I remember them. Nope, not gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it later in Discord. Rook After Dark. Come hang out later. I'm an old man. The world has changed. It makes me sad. But I'm
Yeah,
okay
makes
with
it up,
change.
yeah.
I'm okay with change. Politics, let's not. Exactly, yeah. I am okay with change.
Yeah. Same.
I got my first warm-up drawing. It was pretty okay.
I think everything you drew was
yeah.
okay. I like
Yeah.
that. That was a good dragon. You know what you forgot, though?
What?
Horns.
The big squiggly tongue.
Ah. Do you want to leave it for a
No, that's fine. Alrighty.
TikTok is filled with nothing but people making resin dice, and I'm jealous.
You could do that. I mean, it's not hard. It just takes money.
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't have any resources to get said resources.
Oh, he's nice. Okay.
I can send you some links if you want.
I mean, I'm broke. I don't have any money.
Oh, okay. You don't have financial resources. I understand that.
Yes.
I was
yes.
like, the internet? Hello? I know lots of places that sell resin. They'll deliver it right to your door.
Yeah. I knew that. There's no money to get it.
That's fair. And that's responsible of you. So my hat off to you.
It just a lot of them just look really cool, and I prefer like the D4 that everyone's been making instead of the pyramid death trap. It's like a diamond.
You talking about this thing? Looks like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tips over on its side.
Less likely to step on and cause permanent injury to foot.
Yeah.
I mean, a dice that's not designed like a caltrop.
Yep.
You
I mean,
coward.
I love dealing nerve damage to the bottom of my feet. It's glorious. It makes me suffer and cry at every night.
It's
thing.
very clear that none of you guys grew up with Legos all over everything.
Yeah.
I did.
I hated Legos, so I never
I
wanted
had.
them.
I had so many Legos. Oh god.
My
I
dad
love Legos.
was
really
a-
toughened up my feet.
Yeah. Yep. Legos were not a bad thing. Like, I walked on Legos all the time because I didn't care. Because I grew up, my dad was a repairman. And so something he let me play with all the time was, like, old copy machines. And so I would just have, like, exposed electrical components everywhere. And if you ever step on the backside of a circuit board, like, Legos are not
Ooh,
that
yeah.
bad. I still have scars. I have some weird scars.
Ugh. I mean, gravel is a good teacher for
Yep.
toughening up your foot.
Yeah.
Well,
Gravel's a good one.
mostly no, but
And my shins are super fucked up from playing in concrete culverts. Like, yeah.
And from skating.
And from skateboarding, yep. Yep.
we don't have those. At least not exposed ones. They're just out willy-nilly.
The elementary school I went to, that was our playground equipment. It was just like concrete culverts and pipes that they just stuck in the ground. They're like, there you go. I was like, yay. tires tied together and strung up on shit.
Sounds like you grew up in a demilitarized zone. Is what I'm.
I mean, a little. I mean, Idaho, yeah. You're done. Stay away from my state, country, government, people.
Yeah.
Was that like for you too, Drew?
No. I grew up in a very, very controlling area, but I very much was agreeing that it sounded very much.
When I was in the 5th grade, somebody threw up a stink. I think because a kid may have broken his arm and or died. I don't know which. But they removed all the seesaws. They removed all the seesaws from all the schools around us.
It's a weird reaction.
Well, they fell off of a seesaw because they used to be like the seesaws we had were just big planks of wood on metal bars. And so you would fall 4 or 5 feet, and then it would fall and crush you. They just removed them all, which then made there's now no longer a toy. It's just 2 metal bars sticking out of the ground with a pipe. I got hurt on that a lot. Yeah. This is before playgrounds were made out of plastic. Like, anything in the playground was made out of steel. And safety railing was not an option. So
I remember in my first grade, like 5 kids broke their wrists because of a seesaw, and I got them swinging and then jumping off at the highest point.
Yep.
No one broke anything, like the machinery or anything. They built as a bigger play yard to the side with more safety instead. So the kids would stop climbing trees and everything.
Yep.
That was the big issue. People were climbing trees. I didn't break anything. I did fall down pretty far, but kids are kids.
Kids are kids.
Doing free front flips and smacking your back of a head against the dirt. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Very painful. It's not recommended.
Change is fine. Change is totally fine. My manager prepares a way to remove the concrete statue standpoint at the local playground, but most people just tell them to grow up. I broke everything, both arms, both legs, and faceplate. You have a face plate, or like you broke your face? I'm pretty lucky. I think I might have only ever broken 1 bone in my life. I've dislocated pretty much every bone in my body.
Ooh.
Yeah. Dislocated ribs, not fun. Not fun.
I clearly have sheltered myself from all pain. Only thing I've ever.
How are children supposed to learn about fractured ankles? Fractured ankle is a pretty good one.
Yeah, it is pretty good. I've broken 1 finger. That's the only bone I've ever broken, and I've never dislocated anything. But I grew up with a lot of cuts and a lot of burns because, 1, I was doing art shit that I should not have been doing from a very young age, and 2, I love knives.
Yep. I have many scars from improper knife sharpening.
Yep. So same.
Hmm.
There are fingers that I am surprised I still have fingerprints on because I accidentally shaved my fingerprints off.
Well, we're gonna call it there for the day. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
You're welcome for that, by the way.
I'm surprised I don't have more actually scars from that. I don't have the burn scars here and there. But
I have lots of little burn scars. I have a real good one. I have a real good one on my wrist from trying to get a cookie off of a cookie tray right out of the oven when I was really little. It's still there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's decades old. It's just I burned the shit out of myself. All right, here we go. I think we're done. Thanks for hanging out today, everybody. Oh, we jumped up to 12 people while we were talking about all the good old days of getting the shit kicked out of us on the playground.
That's just the usual.
Yeah, that's just the usual.
Second wind.
Right? See, that's the kind of playground I had when I grew up. I had a playground too, but that's where I played a lot.
That looks like a construction yard.
I mean, it was. there was the playground, and then right next door, they basically what they were gonna do was build a huge park, and then they didn't for 10 years. So, so we just got to play in huge piles of dirt and concrete. It was great, and canals, which is super dangerous. And please don't do that; you could die.
Yeah.
Flash flood.
I luckily did not, but that doesn't mean I couldn't have. So, yep. Please be safe out there, everybody. Hopefully everybody made it through the 4th of July safely, because a lot of people did get hurt.
That was a thing.
Yeah. American Independence Day.
Yeah.
People were so weird on the internet.
Well, I mean, lots of shitty bad stuff happened, but like the 4th of July is just dangerous in general. So,
Yeah.
so I hope people were responsible and safe, and yeah.
Debate about here in my city was how the wine festival was a shit show.
Wine festival is a shit show.
And apparently, a large amount of workers called in sick suddenly.
Oh no.
And that's just everything broke down eventually because too many people showed up.
The wine. Oh no.
The wine. There wasn't enough employees. There was 2-hour lines. We never got anything. The shops closed before we arrived anywhere. What?
Hey, I mean, that's worth complaining about.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
we're standing
tulip
in the
festival.
30-degree heat.
There's a tulip festival near us. I wouldn't mind owning a house out there.
I might have just outed myself where the fuck I live, but it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Yeah, I got advertising for Portland's Tulip Festival. I was like, I'm not even near Portland.
I'm not fucking going to
Neither
Portland.
one.
Screw you, Portland.
I was like,
You heard me.
I personally don't have an issue with Portland, but it's like, I don't get why I'm getting advertising for
Well,
it.
the only reason why I know what Portland is because I watched the Grimm series.
Yep. Yep.
I wouldn't even know it exists otherwise.
That's it.
Okay,
That's my hot take for the day. Fuck Portland. All right. Bye, everybody.
We gotta stop.
Stay
Bye.
happy. Stay healthy. Keep your dice on the table. Next week, maybe kobolds. Keep your eye peeled.
Maybe.
Check out the new video.
Maybe I'll even know how to draw a couple too.
Bye.
Bye.